Magic City, a cultural melting pot and destination for those seeking the iconic shores of South Beach. But tonight, it's all about championship belts, 4 of them.
Evans connecting on a flurry. The knees, and that's it. Fallon Fox.
We'll get you lined up for the welter, light, feather, and flyweight titles. Coming up next on Access Fights.
Once upon a time, I swore I had a heart. Long before the world I know tore it all apart. Once upon a time, there was a part of me I shared. Years before they took away the part of me that cared. I've been 1,000 places and shook a million hands. I don't know where I'm going, but I know just where I've been. I've flown 1,000,000 miles and I rode so many more. Every day a castaway, a vagabond, battle-born.
Beautiful Miami, Florida, once again plays host to a big night of mixed martial arts action with 4 championships on the line. From inside the Bank United Center, welcome to Championship Fighting Alliance number 12. Hello everybody, I'm Michael Chavello. Fantastic to be back here in Miami. I'm joined as always by my verbal sparring partner, former UFC champion Pat Miletich. Pat, 4 championship belts on the line here tonight. And the one that has garnered the most attention is the Featherweight Championship, the final of the tournament, as Ashley Evans Smith, 1-0, takes on Fallon Fox, 3-0. Fallon Fox entering the Bank United Center earlier on this evening. She advances to the final of the tournament via a choke of Alana Jones last time out. Momentum is certainly on Fallon's side.
Yeah, well, Fallon hasn't been tested yet in this sport, really, but the one chink in her armor we might have seen in her last fight, Michael, was her gas tank got low. So we'll see if that affects her here tonight.
In speaking of Fallon Fox yesterday, Pat, she did admit to us she did gas against Alana Jones because Alana moved so much last time. She says Ashley Evans Smith, a completely different breed of fighter, and she's looking to finish Ashley early on.
Well, Ashley Evans Smith is a different kind of fighter. She wrestled on the boys' wrestling team in high school, and she was an All-American female wrestler in college. So we'll see if Fox can even take her down.
Another big championship fight on tonight's card, the flyweight strap up for grabs. As Sam Tao, 7-1, takes on Josh Sampo, 9-2. Sam Tao gunning for the championship, a man who has finished every opponent he has beaten so far, and Sampo, Pat, just as tough as nails.
Absolutely. He's a hammer wrestler. Incredible power, but he can strike. He hits very hard. Even though he doesn't have any KO wins, most by submission, he can hurt you with his striking.
Earlier on this evening, Sampo arriving here at the Bank United Center around the hotel all week here in Miami. He has looked relaxed, he has looked calm and confident. And his opponent, Tao, also looking confident, certain that he can take the strap here tonight. Pat, as we take a look at the odds for this one, the closing odds, Sampo will come in the favourite at -305. The comeback on Tao at +225. How do you like those odds?
You know what? I'll just say this. Tao better be able to stop some takedowns or he's going to have some problems. He is a good striker, though.
Check out the rest of this stacked card here tonight at CFA number 12. It's Torrance Taylor against Yosdenis Cedino in the lightweight division. Romario da Silva, who in December is scheduled to take on Paul Daly over in Britain, but tonight he's got to get past Valdir Araujo for the welterweight strap. Efren Escudero, a cagey veteran, former Ultimate Fighter winner in the co-main at lightweight, takes on the baboon Luis Palomino. Pat, take us through the official rules.
You got it. The Florida State Boxing Commission will oversee tonight's CFA event. Unified rules will be used, so elbows to a downed opponent are legal. The title fights tonight are 5 5-minute rounds, and the one fight that isn't a title fight will be 3 5-minute rounds, and the 10-point must-scoring system will be used.
Championship Fighting Alliance number 12 is ready to rock from the Bank United Center. Folks, don't forget you can win signed CFA gloves. Download our Access TV Fights app on iTunes or play on the Access TV Fights Facebook page. Pick the winners, win the gloves. Follow us on Twitter at Access TV Fights and tweet along tonight using hashtag CFA12 for more details. Okay, to get this big night underway, let's throw it up to our ring announcer, Jazz Sakura.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live at the Bank United Center in beautiful Coral of Champions. Our first fight of the night is for the CFA Lightweight World Championship title. Let's meet the fighters. Making his way to the cage, please welcome Torrance Taylor.
They call him the Tyrant, Torrance Taylor, coming off a 5-win streak. 38% of wins via submission, 31 via knockout. This is actually the 4th title fight of Torrance's career, his first with CFA. His last 3 fights were wins via TKO. Torrance Taylor, a 4-week training camp for this one. As we see the streak coming in here tonight, the TKO was brilliant over Terry Blacknell last time out. The elbows again over Gino DiGulio. The head kick and punches from Tommy Waters. The decision over Carl Baker. And the decision of veteran Shonny Carter. Certainly a lot of momentum behind Torrance Taylor coming in here tonight. His birthday was yesterday. He turned 26. Will the celebrations continue in the cage here?
If I'm a coach that's looking at this guy, if one of my guys is fighting him, I'm looking at his percentage of KOs and submissions. They're almost identical. So that tells me he's a well-balanced, dangerous guy pretty much everywhere. My guy better be ready everywhere.
Torrance Taylor, an explosive fighter. Indeed, his hero is one of the most explosive fighters in mixed martial arts history, Wanderlei Silva. If you've never seen Torrance Taylor fight before, look out particularly for his jab. He uses it to set up everything else.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's bring his opponent to the cage. Please welcome Yostenis Sideno.
The Pink Panther, Yostenis Sideno. He comes in off a 3-round unanimous decision against Trent McCown at CFA 11. 75% of wins, that's 3/4 of his victory by knockout. And again, another man on a tremendous streak, a 5-win streak, 1 knockout, 2 TKOs, and 2 unanimous decisions coming in here tonight. Born and raised in Cuba, now fights out of Coconut Creek here in Florida. Was originally scheduled to fight EJ the Pretty Boy Brooks at CFA 12, who instead signed with RFA and will be competing at RFA 10 here on Access TV in a couple of weeks' time in Des Moines, Iowa. Sideno, who trained in Daniel Valverde and Cesar Canero. If you've never seen Sideno fight before, you're in for a treat. Maybe his finest strike to look out for, the Ushiro Mawashigiri, a spinning back kick, and his favorite submission is a heel hook. Corner cushions here tonight. As part of Breast Cancer Awareness Month, we are wearing the pins. You can see Yostenis Sideno wearing the pink sweatpants coming out tonight, fighting for his grandmother. Her memory, she passed away from breast cancer. The tale of the tape for our opening matchup here at CFA 12. It should be an absolute cracker. 13-7-1 on Taylor, 8-2 on Sideno. Sideno 2 years the older, 1 inch the taller, 3 inches in the arms to Torrance Taylor. He's also got the legs over Sideno. Great crowd on hand here at the Bank United Centre. We are ready to get CFA 12 underway. Back up to Jazz Sakura.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, we are live at the Bank United Center, Wake Up, South Florida. It's time for the quest for CFA Gold. This fight is scheduled for 5 4-minute rounds in the CFA Lightweight World Championship Division. And now, introducing fighting out of the blue corner, his record 13 wins, 7 defeats, and 1 draw. He stands 5 feet 7 inches tall. He weighed in at 154.5 pounds. He fights for Rising Dragon MMA and out of Cleveland, Ohio. Introducing Torrance the Tyrant Taylor. And now his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. His record sits with 8 victories, 2 defeats, standing 5 feet 8 inches tall. He weighed in at an even 155 pounds. representing mmamasters, fighting out of Miami, Florida, by way of Havana, Cuba, introducing Yostenis Cedeno. Your referee is James Warren.
Okay? Right there. You okay? And then good. Okay, thank you very much. Fighters, let's go. Fighters, come here, come here. Hey guys, it's 5 rounds, okay? 5 rounds, push gloves, guys. Good luck to both of you guys, okay? Step back. Let's go.
Former world boxing champion James Waring, our centre referee. We are set for 5 rounds of action. The lightweight championship at CFA on the line. Yostenis Cedeno comes in the favourite at minus 145. The comeback on Torrance Taylor at plus 105.
Time people.
Michael Chavello, Pat Miletich with you as CFA 12 gets underway from Miami. We've got 2 orthodox fighters in the ring and Cedeno with the opening outside leg kick.
I've seen Cedeno fight live a couple times. This guy gets after it.
There it is. The spinning back kick I spoke about earlier on, one of the trademarks of Yostenis Cedeno. Outside leg kick from Taylor. Step up side kick from Taylor.
Using that lead leg. Karate man.
We've already had a Mawashi Shidogeri from Cedeno and Yokogeri from Torrance Taylor. And there's a Mawashi Geri from Yostenis Cedeno. High right round kick.
Taylor rolled with it just in time.
Taylor shakes off the gloves, resets himself. Hands a little low here. A more side-on stance for Torrance Taylor. Flicks an outside crescent kick.
Yeah, it's like a horse stance in karate. Dropping down real low.
Jump walking right hand, powered it down the tube, but Cedeno saw it coming. We expect this one to be a glorified kickboxing contest. So far proving that with 1 minute 15 down. The more flat-footed of the two is Torrance Taylor. And don't forget, folks, do get interactive with us tonight on Twitter. Use the hashtag CFA12. Tweet us at Access TV Fights.
Taylor just walking him down, staying in front of him.
Stiff jab there from Torrance Taylor. Taylor a little too flat-footed here at the moment. You see those punches are short.
Yeah, that right
on the balls of his feet, Pat.
Sorry, Michael, that right hand that he's throwing, he's dropping it straight down to pull it back. Don't want to do that.
Oh, spinning hook kick from Yostenis Cedeno.
That was nuts.
And Cedeno inside control early on here. Plenty of options here for Cedeno.
Cedeno never had a submission.
The lightweight championship on the line here. An impressive start from Yostenis Cedeno. He brings in a record of 8-2. Does the 28-year-old. He's now inside of half guard.
Staying tight there. Got the right knee tight to the rib cage, not giving him any daylight. Good job putting his head in there to get his right arm free.
Forearm across the throat, brings it up now, powers through with the right hand inside the closed guard of Torrance Taylor. Taylor trying to pull that head down, doesn't want Cedeno to posture up here and land hands like those.
Cedeno just staying tight, keeping his head in. He'd like to sit up. Taylor trying to stay glued to him.
Chant goes up in the crowd for Yostenis Cedeno, who's from here in Miami. Torrance Taylor out of Cleveland, Ohio. Overhooking that right arm of Cedeno. Cedeno looking to pass, but to no avail.
Yeah, he's trying to step over and he's getting his weight pretty high. Taylor's able to at least attempt to elevate him and tip him, sweep him over.
Inside the full guard of Torrance Taylor. 1 minute 35 remains in the first. That right hand got free and Cedeno made Taylor pay for it. Now you see Taylor again reaching around the back of the head. Doesn't want Cedeno to get that right hand off, and Cedeno says, well, I'll throw the left.
Cedeno stays very busy when he can, and he seems to generate a lot more energy as the fight goes on. Gets busier and busier and busier.
Torrance Taylor makes his way back up to his feet, pressed against the cage here. Chance for the knees, perhaps, for Yostenis Cedeno. Cedeno looks for a takedown, ends up on his back. Taylor top position here, inside of half guard.
Yeah, Taylor did a good job of blocking that throw, and Cedeno really didn't perform it correctly anyway.
A big night of action here at CFA 12, 4 championships on the line. This is the first one for the lightweight strap. Nice job of controlling Taylor's posture now from Justinas Cedino.
Yeah, and Taylor's the guy with the submissions in his background. We'll see if he can pull anything off on top here. Blocking out with that forearm. Stepping out of that leg lock. Nice job by Taylor.
Taylor looking to pass, go side control here, and he gets there, Torrance Taylor.
Can't let a guy control your ankles like that to begin with, and certainly shouldn't let him throw your legs by.
Gets off the left-handers, Taylor. Cedino looking for a way back to his feet, gets there, eats a knee on the way up. Final 10 seconds of the opening round. Knee to the inside thigh from Torrance Taylor. And that's the end of the first. We go to the towels.
Well, we told you Cedino was an explosive guy, dangerous guy. A lot of spinning stuff out of him, likes to throw spinning back kicks, hook kicks, spinning back fists. When he gets the chance, if he catches you with this, you're going to sleep. Taylor actually moved into it, but moved back enough that it missed.
We're ready to roll second round of action. How about this? Saturday Night Live on Access TV, your home for MMA. And Justinas Cedino taking the first round 10-9 over Torrance Taylor.
Fighters, go!
I think that Saturday Night Live name is taken, isn't it, Michael?
Big overhand right from Cedino, nicely timed, just killed the knuckles in onto the jaw.
That'll make a guy keep his jab at home.
Still too flat-footed here, Torrance Taylor, to effectively work his boxing. He's not being able to pivot on the lead foot, he's not torquing the hips.
Oh, they clashed heads hard on that. Both shot at the same time. I'd like to see if one's cut.
Don't grab his groin, don't grab his groin.
Cedino pressed up against the cage. Little shoulder thrust there.
Grabbing the trunks.
No football helmets in this sport, folks.
Let go of the trunks.
James Waring just warning not to grab the trunks, he says to Justinas Cedino. Cedino now puts Taylor against the cage. Breaks back to center ring. A little bit of swelling now under the right eye of Cedino. Might have been from that head flash earlier on. And he gets caught with a counter right hand after a sloppy left hook from Torrance Taylor.
Cedino in tight on that single, tried to lift it.
Overhook on the right arm here from Taylor. Tries for the elbow off the right arm, Taylor. Looks up the big screen here at the Bank United Centre to better gauge his position and tries that subtle elbow again. Jab, but a flat-footed jab once more from Torrance Taylor.
Yeah, not a lot of feints or fakes. Not putting his weight into his jab. You want to act like you're stepping downhill when you throw a jab so your weight goes into it.
Oh, beautiful combination work. Jab to kangaroo from Justinas Cedino.
Easy to counter a guy when you know he's coming. Cedino's got him figured out right now.
Sidekick, Yopogeti again. Cedino looks to shoot in on Taylor. Taylor presses him back against the cage.
Cedino shot with his arms wide. That's why he got stopped, he got shut down.
Some knees now from Torrance Taylor, perhaps. Indeed, up to the right waist. A tango against the cage. Each man putting their back to it. Little shoulder thrust again there from Taylor. Again, referee getting a little amped here, warning Cedino not to grab Taylor's shorts.
Gives you so much extra leverage there. Right?
Shoulder thrust again here from Taylor, and Cedino quickly spins him around. Taylor returns the favor. High knee trying to curl it over the top of the shoulder from Taylor. Cedino timed it, puts Taylor back against the cage.
Well, Cedino had a good level to get a hold of the legs there, but he decided to come back up.
These shoulder knocks aren't really having much effect on Justinas Cedino. Cedino tries to duke his way out and gets out now. That right eye is swelling up quite nicely for Justinas Cedino. Sidekick right hand, eats a counter right from Cedino.
Taylor showing a good chin because Cedino hits hard. Just keeps walking into stuff though. Got to move his head on the way in.
Cedino circling into the power hand of Torrance Taylor. Taylor thought about a round kick, but still Torrance Taylor very flat-footed, not really talking or pivoting on these punches. That's why they've been ineffective for the greater part of this fight so far. 1 minute 30 remains, 2nd of 5 in our championship bout.
Taylor with very deliberate steps left and right, trying to find angles. That's not how you get away with it. You got to throw a flurry first, step one way or the other. And when your opponent looks up to where you were, you're not there anymore.
Cedino went for a spinning hook kick, counter right hand from Taylor, missed the target, looks for a takedown, ends up on his back, ends up being mounted. Not good there for Torrance Taylor, Pat.
No, you know.
What did he do wrong, Pat?
Well, he just didn't have an angle. You got to step off, block a leg, hit the throw. If you're going to be belly to belly, you better hit a huge arc and take the guy all the way over. He just basically fell straight down.
Looking to push that right leg down and past a side control is Cedino, stuck in half guard at the moment. Cedino gets off a right hand as a butterfly hook off the right leg here from Taylor as he overhooks the right arm of Cedino.
You know, when Cedino steps over that, tries to step out of that guard and he elevates him, I think a good idea would be maybe to switch off to a leg lock there, shoot that leg straight through the legs and pivot off. Start attacking the leg because he's not able to sweep him. He's tried it 3 or 4 times now.
Both men on the ground in front of a huge horde of photographers here at the Bank United Centre. This card has attracted a lot of media attention since it was announced, and they have turned out in their droves here tonight to cover Championship Fighting Alliance 12. Cedino gets off some combination work now with the hands. Oh, the high right round kick! Beautifully timed in the overhand right! Cedino ends the round like a house on fire!
Taylor can take a shin bone to the melon pretty well. Holy cow. That was blunt to the head.
My word, a big second round for Yostenis Cedino.
Cedino trying to leave the judges with a lasting impression. There's the shin bone against the head. Not a lot of people out there can take that. But Taylor weathered the storm quite nicely.
E aí, tu tá tranquilo aí. Quando tu bota, tu barra na cadeira, entendeu? Quando tu bota, não pega não.
Don't do it no more.
Não pega mais.
Ten 9, 2 rounds ahead is Yostenis Cedino on Pat Militich's scorecard. Crazy second round for Cedino, pulling off some succulent striking combinations.
In the corner there was like 4 guys talking to Cedino at one time. Say, hey guys, what's the time, man?
Outside leg kick from Torrance Taylor. Inside leg kick from Taylor. Taylor on the front foot now, maybe needs to up the aggression. Needs to be up on the balls of his feet to throw the right hand he wants to throw here. Looks for that Yokogetti side kick.
Well, he certainly needs to keep Cedino against the cage so he can't move. Cedino's a lot more mobile.
Cedino evades the right hand, shoots in, gets the takedown inside the guard of Taylor once again.
Good way to avoid the right hand. Hit a takedown.
Taylor, who did make the comment to us yesterday that Cedino fights the way he did 3 years ago, with reckless abandon. It hasn't shown here tonight because Yostenis Cedino has been pretty precise, Pat.
He has, with the crazy spinning kicks.
Cedino wants to get that right hand off. You can see Taylor overhooking it here. Now controlling Cedino's posture. Cedino does have some nasty ground and pound on him if he can posture up here.
You know, important to point out, Cedino trains out of MMA Masters. That's a gym that was started up a couple years ago. I think some of the guys from American Top Team started that up. So you've got 3 gyms in particular, ATT, Black Zillions, and MMA Masters. There's a ton of talent down here in southern Florida.
Gets up with the left elbow, Does Cedino. He comes in the favourite tonight, minus 145. The comeback on Taylor was plus 105. The lightweight championship of CFA on the line in this one, and so far it's Justinas Cedino leading 2 rounds to a big goose egg.
Cedino's just content sitting in that guard right now.
A night where we have 4 championship fights overall, including Fallon Fox versus Ashley Evans-Smith, Sam Tao and Josh Sampo in our main event for the flyweight strap.
Trapping that arm. Wasn't able to get it.
Pat, if you're Torrance Taylor at the moment, what are you trying to do?
I'm not quite sure what he's trying to do, but I'm telling him to get active, try to get those elevators going, go to a leg lock, go for a submission just to get Cedino to react and try and get back up. But you know, if he's back up on his feet, he's got to cut Cedino off. Got to make him fight against the cage.
Folks, who do you think's winning this lightweight title contest? Make sure you tweet us now. Use the hashtag CFA12. And if you do, you're in the running to win some great prizes all night long. Hashtag CFA12. Who's winning, Taylor or Cedino?
Finally swept him. At least enough to get up.
Taking some big breaths here, Torrance Taylor. Outside leg kick from him was a nice one. Counter right hand from Cedino. Rushes in, looks for the takedown, gets it. Nice work from Cedino with the aggression, with the precision, and his inside control.
Stayed with it, and he was aggressive with that. They came all the way from where we're at on this side of the cage to the far side. That's commitment.
Cedino, who did say to us yesterday he was planning on playing a counter-attacking game, counter-punching, waiting for the big moments to strike, and certainly he has held true to that so far, Pat. Inside of half guard, Cedino. Just over a minute remaining here in the third.
Yeah, he's just controlling him, riding out the clock a little bit, scoring points. Nice job yanking the legs back out from underneath him.
Looking for the elbow off the left arm is Justinas Cedino.
You know, a lot of guys in this position where Cedino's at will let a guy get up just to take his back, just like that.
Here come the left hands from Justinas Cedino, the Pink Panther. And he gets another takedown. Immediately, Taylor back to his feet, thought about the meet and greet knee, couldn't execute it, and Cedino goes back to center cage.
Attempt to get him back down to the mat wasn't successful. He let his butt hit the mat before Taylor's.
Look for the counter strikes here on Cedino. There it is, counter right hand. Still very stiff arm punches coming from Torrance Taylor. He really needs to loosen up in the 4th round, Pat.
Yeah, he's got to open up, period.
Stop. Good dog, bro.
So Cedino showing some commitment with his takedowns. Gets a hold of the leg, stays with it. Goes to hit a double. Stayed a little too high there, but got the body locked up. Came behind him and just swung pendulum style. And took his back momentarily, though. But they went from one side of the cage to the other. Stayed with it.
The battle for the lightweight championship of CFA, Torrance Taylor, Justinas Cedino. Cedino 30-27 after 3, says Pat Miletich. He's played a nice counter-attacking game. Precision with the strikes, good takedowns, and ground and pound when they're on the canvas. Penultimate round now. Good right hand down the tube early on from Torrance Taylor.
Not intimidated at all right now. Oh, nice scissor. Beautiful.
Expect the unexpected when the Pink Panther is in the cage.
That's a Kung Lee move, man. That was nice.
Single leg here from Taylor. Wants to sit Cedino down. He does so, but Cedino nicely ends up on top.
Great way to turn somebody when they're trying to single leg. That key lock. Pry him right over.
Posting up on the left arm here, Torrance Taylor maybe looking for a way back to his feet, but not so long as that right leg is locked up by Justinas Cedino.
Needs at least to get to his left knee and then try and get his left foot on the mat. Cedino locking him up, though, pulling those hips out. Now sitting on the legs and pinching them.
You see the commentators across the cage there. That's the Spanish announce team. You know, Pat, it's not truly a Spanish announce team unless their table gets broken somewhere in the night.
Are you going to go over there and do it?
And yeah, folks, get interactive with us on Twitter. Tweet us at Access TV Fights. Use the hashtag CFA12 all night tonight. Let us know your tips and predictions. We're checking them out as we are live on a Saturday night here in Miami. Little shoulder thrust again here from Torrance Taylor.
So Taylor,
are they effective at all, Pat, these shoulder thrusts he's been using?
No, it's a little annoying. That's about it.
The right knee is open here for Taylor to throw, but he's not working it.
Well, in this space, I mean, just push off just a little bit. He's got shorter arms. Start throwing uppercuts and hooks and bang and try and get this guy out of there. Not going to win the fight hugging him right now. Don't know how much fatigue is playing a part in that.
Cedino, some blood from his mouth as he glances towards his corner. They're giving him instructions. And so far during this fight, in which we have him up 3 rounds to zip, he's been adhering to all of his corner's instructions. The team from MMA Masters. Takedown there from Torrance Taylor inside of half guard.
He's got to get to work now, though. Land some elbows, go for a submission, do something here. Looks like he might hit an arm triangle attempt.
There he goes. The key lock is there. Go for the key lock.
And so far, gauging by the feedback on Twitter, those fans using hashtag CFA12, they do indeed have Justinas Cedino ahead after 3 rounds. It is still Torrance Taylor here, top position inside the half guard.
Got to post his head on the mat if he's going to get that arm triangle. Not posting it. Going to put him against the cage so he can't move his hips.
He's in the cage a little here, the Pink Panther.
Toes in the cage.
Referee not seeing it at all, not even cautioning Cedino. There have been criticisms in the past of referee Waring. Toes again in the cage here for Cedino.
Well, Taylor's doing a good job of holding him down, but
now the referee does caution him back.
Might have heard you. You're a pretty loud talker.
1 minute 10 remains, penultimate round of action. Torrance Taylor not doing enough here from the top position inside of half guard.
Using his chin and his temple.
Little raking elbow just above the right ear there from Taylor. Forearm across the throat, takes it off now. Cedino locking down that left leg, not allowing Taylor to pass and go to side control or try to mount him.
I don't know if Taylor's just content. He likes this position, landing elbows and looking for certain offense from this position. Certainly could pass if he wanted to. It's there.
Elbows now to the rib cage from Torrance Taylor. Pushes the leg down, tries for the mount. Gets there, Taylor. First mount of his in this fight.
Nice job.
But look at Cedino latching on the back of the neck, controlling the posture, not allowing Taylor to get up high and rain down blows. So he slams Cedino's head back onto the canvas. Here come a couple of elbows. Body shot from Taylor. Will it be enough to win the round? Maybe his first round for Torrance Taylor.
Good performance by Taylor that round. Nice little scissor trying to sweep, and then you turn it into a reverse heel hook, which is the nastiest submission in this game. Shatter your ankle, your shin bone, and your knee.
Big Tim Silvio, former UFC heavyweight champion, fighting in Russia very soon. One of the many luminaries here, cage side at CFA 12.
You ought to see how much that guy can move.
The possessor of one of the hardest handshakes I've ever had the displeasure of feeling. Tim Silvio. The knuckle crusher. Yes, indeed. Torrance Taylor gets his first round in the fourth. Still a lot of work to do in the fifth and final for Taylor.
Last round, guys.
Good fight, though, to kick off CFA 12. Hope you're enjoying it, folks.
Good job, guys. Good job, okay? Keep it clean.
You'll be tweeting along using the hashtag CFA12 tonight. How good is this? Saturday night in your living room, live on Access TV. And they've come out shooting in the fifth and final round.
Taylor's ready to rock and roll, man.
Jab 2 from Taylor. Jab 2 again. Just whips Cedino on the side of the draw.
Gotta step in deeper. Cut him off, don't follow him.
Counter right hand from Cedino. Taylor shoots in for a double leg, presses him back against the cage. Taylor's got his momentum about him now.
Taylor should step right.
Single leg from Taylor, nice. Pulls it out nicely, goes inside of half guard.
Got rid of the wrist to the neck, then hit the takedown. Smart.
Now you've got to figure 3 rounds to Taylor. I should say 3 rounds Cedino, 1 round to Taylor. Now if Taylor repeats the pattern he did in the previous round, which won it for him, it still won't be enough to win the fight.
Right.
He's going to try and knock out or submit Cedino.
Cut him real bad, get him to stop it, get the ref to step in from too many blows raining down, or get a submission. Got to get to work. Showed that he can get in the position to finish in the last round.
Cedino did get mounted in the 4th round.
That was pretty slick. Very slick by Taylor, scooping that leg and stopping him from coming over, and also enabling him to pass the guard.
Taylor inside control, landing some elbows off the left arm. Will he try and mount Cedino again?
You wonder if he was setting up for this arm triangle in the other round. He's just not committing to it, not posting his head. Maybe he doesn't think he can get it, or he's just trying to lure Cedino, get him to lull him into letting his guard down here and hitting it quick. I don't know.
Taylor is winning this round so far. He won the 4th, but will he rue the slow start to the fight where he was very flat-footed and allowed Cedino to tee off on him with the strikes?
Yeah, we're seeing a different fighter these past 2 rounds, Michael.
Still inside control, Taylor drops the elbow across the damaged orbital, the swelling under that right eye, and that's nasty stuff from Torrance Taylor. He sees a swelling under the eye, and he says to himself, I'm going after that.
Cedino not able to get out of here.
The Pink Panther's face is turning a shade of purple here, courtesy of those elbows from Torrance Taylor. Taylor takes the back now. He'll look to sink a sub. Can Torrance Taylor find a submission? No. Cedino out of trouble. Back to his feet now.
Nice job coming up. He is pretty good at getting out of submissions. We've seen him do it several times before.
Cedino's right eye really swelling shut here.
Cedino should be warned again or get a point taken for grabbing the shorts. He's done it a couple more times. Once on the ground and once just a little bit ago standing up.
And Taylor is shoulder thrusting to that damaged eye. He continues to go back to that point time and time again. Knee to the inside thigh from Taylor. It's all point scoring stuff from Torrance Taylor.
Nice little knee sneaking over the top. Like to see him push off and throw.
Inside knees, corking up the inner thigh. There's one to the belly button from Cedino. Another shoulder thrust from Taylor.
Grabbing the shorts again. Don't know how many times he's going to warn him. There it is again.
Well, Cedino's not careful. Referee could separate them and deduct a point for grabbing those shorts, and that would really even up this fight.
Should have already taken the point.
Cedino puts Taylor against the cage. We're under a minute remaining in our championship for the lightweight strap.
Get down, Torrance.
You can hear the corner saying, don't give up now, Torres.
Grabbing the shorts again. Got to take a point at some point.
Referee did caution him. Maybe needs to press a harder line here.
He gets 17 warnings.
Knees being traded. Taylor glances towards his corner. 20 seconds remains. Been a good 5th round and a winning 4th round for Torrance Taylor. How will the judges see it?
Grabbing the shorts again.
Taylor with a jab too.
Oh,
High kick from Taylor. Cedino tried to catch the kicking leg. End of the 5th and final round. We go to the judges. How did you see it, folks? Tweet us, hashtag CFA12, Cedino or Taylor.
good job those last 2 rounds by Taylor. I don't know if it was enough, though. Took too long to get his engine going. You know, when somebody's got a butterfly hook on your leg and they go to lift it, he does the exact correct thing. He scoops it, lets him lift, just pulls his leg off of there, and that also, grabbing that leg, stops your opponent from posting it on the ground and pushing himself over on top of you. Great way to pass the guard. Threw the kick, tried to go for the finish there. Cedino just blocked it, lifted his arm, caught it in the armpit. Most likely Cedino 3 rounds to 2.
Cedino jubilant here. Fantastic crowd at the Bank United Centre. 48-47, says Pat Miletic. And Saturday night in Miami, live on Access TV. The first of our 4 championship fights has just gone down on a big night in which we've got Efren Escudero taking on Luis Palomino, Fallon Fox and Ashley Evans-Smith, Valdir Araujo and Romario de Silva, and the main event, Sam Tao and Josh Sampo. While you're on Twitter, folks, you can also follow us at Pat Miletic, at Chevello Voice, and make sure you've got at Access TV Fights on there. We were in Dallas, Texas last night for Legacy Fighting Championship, a tremendous card. Next week, when we're in Nashville for XFC, weekend after in Des Moines, Iowa, where Pat Miletic is going to receive a very special honor. More on that to come. The week after that, back in Las Vegas for Lion Fight Muay Thai.
Right.
Taylor trying to rally the crowd, but not getting a lot of love here. After all, Cedino is the man from Miami. Just Sakuro with our decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds of championship fighting, we will go to the judges' scorecards. We have a split decision. Judge Hector Gomez scores at 48-47 for Cedeno. Judge Eliseo Rodriguez scores at 48-47 for Taylor. And Judge John Rupert scores at 48-47 for your winner by split decision and new CFA Lightweight World Champion, y ustedes, the Big Panther, Cedeno.
Gracias, padre. Gracias, papá.
In a fight dedicated to his late grandmother who passed away from breast cancer, Yostuna Cedeno becomes the CFA Lightweight Champion.
Still ahead, all the title fights you can handle as the welter, feather, and flyweight straps are up for grabs. Plus,
Right hand, Scudeno Irene! Wicked.
Luis Palomino and Efren Escudero battle it out in a co-main event you don't want to miss. Win Championship Fighting Alliance 12 on Access TV returns.
It's connecting on a flurry.
Now she's getting her hooks in. At least got one hook in for her.
Lifting again by Griffin. Third attempt at the armbar from Efren Escudero. CFA 12 from the Bank United Center, alive and a happening here on a Saturday night in Miami. And we are ready for our second of 4 title fights on tonight's card as the welterweight strap is now up for grabs. Once again to our ring announcer, Jazz Sakura.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back and we are live on Access TV. We have crowned the champion. Let's crown another. Making his way to the cage, please welcome Romario da Silva.
Romario da Silva, nicknamed Junior Killer. 39% knockout ratio, 26% submission ratio. His last fight just 2 months ago on August 8th, Ox MMA, winning via a choke. He's actually already scheduled to fight another 2 months' time at BAMMA 14 on December 14th over in the UK. He'll take on Paul Daly here on Access TV. Back-to-back wins coming in over Edmilson da Silva and Fabian Gustavo, both by guillotine choke. Da Silva, you may remember him from a Legacy 12 in July of last year. He lost by a Bravo choke to Jay Aron. Hasn't had a knockout since 2009, and how Junior Killer would love to have another knockout on his record here. Out of his last 6 wins, 4 by submission, 2 from unanimous decision. An extensive 3-month training camp for this one. Look out for his right knee, it's deadly, especially the knee to the face.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to bring his opponent to the cage. Please welcome Valdir Araujo.
Valdir Araujo, the baby monster, 6 knockouts to his credit on a 2-fight streak. 46% knockout ratio, 31% submissions, has won 5 of his last 6. There you see the back-to-back wins over Chinaldo Guralao and Alex Seiko. The loss to Marcelo Alfaya. The wins over Paul Bradley and Nikolai Curie. This is the 3rd title fight in Araujo's career. He lost his other 2 tries against Chris Weidman and Marcelo Alfaya. The tail of the tape for our welterweight championship. Experience all the way to Romario da Silva. He's also 5 years the older. Has the height, gives up the reach of the arms by 2 inches, but has 1 inch longer legs than Valdir Araujo. £170 set for 5 rounds. Araujo and da Silva, welterweight strap. Araujo, a man who is a BJJ coach and has a degree in physical education. Let's go up again to Jazz Sakura.
Ladies and gentlemen, the World Championship belt is up for grabs. This fight is scheduled for 5 rounds for the CFA Welterweight World Championship title. And now, introducing fighting out of the blue corner, his record, 23 wins, 10 defeats, and 1 draw. He stands 6 feet tall. He weighed in at an even 170 pounds. He represents the Black Zillions, fighting out of Boca Raton, Florida, introducing Romario Junior Killer da Silva. And now his opponent across the cage on my right, fighting out of the red corner. His record, 13 wins versus 4 defeats. He stands 5 feet 8 inches tall. He weighed in at 169 1/2 pounds, representing MMA Masters, fighting out of Miami, Florida, by way of Bahia, Brazil, presenting Valdir Baby Monster Araujo. Your referee is Jorge Ortiz.
Come over here, come here. Okay, guys, we went over the rules. I want you to obey the rules. I want a clean fight. Touch gloves. Good luck to both of you.
Final instructions from Jorge Ortiz. The welterweight championship on the line as Romario de Silva, the underdog at plus 140. Valdir Araujo, the favorite at minus 180.
Ready?
Junior Killer comes out strong from his corner. High left round kick from Araujo.
Araujo's got a huge right hand. I've seen him land it before and knock people out.
Latching onto the single leg, trying to get the Junior Killer on the canvas. Can't get the takedown. He's after though, Araujo.
Nice work though, staying on him. A lot on the line between these two gyms, the MMA Masters and the Black Zillions, also bragging rights in South Florida between these two. Got that leg wrapped up, pinching his knees together, staying tight.
Araujo's last loss, a 25-second first-round KO to Marcelo Alfaya, also for a title here at CFA. And referee breaks both men. Fair call there, Pat?
I think so. And Araujo showing his hand early. Wants to go to the ground, apparently.
De Silva with a wild left hook. She'll follow through with the right hand for the company. Don't forget, folks, let us know who you think's going to win here tonight. Use the hashtag CFA12 and vote on the winner also at access.tv. Who's going to win this one, De Silva or Araujo? Inside leg kick from Junior Killer. Nice right hand. He faked the left short and powered through with the right cross to Silva.
Yeah, right over the top of left.
Smacking that lead leg round kick, no switch up on it at all, into the rib cage of Araujo. Striking looking sharp so far on Junior Killer. Spinning hook kick from Araujo.
De Silva got that Thai tattoo on his belly. Ooh.
Araujo almost dangerously dropping into the round kick as he seeks a takedown. Double leg here from him.
And De Silva trying to hit a switch.
An all-Brazilian battle for the welterweight championship of CFA. Araujo wants De Silva down.
Nice little pop on the hips. Pop him again with this leg trap. He should be able to get it down. Right? Gonna take his back.
There was controversy when De Silva lost to Jaron in Legacy Fighting Championship. That Jaron actually coached the referee to call the stoppage when he had him in a choke.
Araujo would like De Silva to try and get up so he can take his back again.
Chance going up here for Valdir Araujo from right here in Miami.
So he pushed off with his foot away from the cage so he could drop his hips down in lower. Smart move by Araujo.
De Silva locking up that left leg. Araujo in half guard tries to pry off that leg, but he can't get it open. Oh, nice chamber on the knee. Dropped it down well, and again from Valdir Araujo.
Yeah, generating some pretty good velocity in a short space. A lot of pressure with his right shoulder, on the head.
Come on, let me see you work. Trabaja.
Staying tight.
Araujo held an extensive 9-week training camp in prep for these ones. Usually very good with his ground and pound. Starting to show through now. It looks for a submission on De Silva.
Yeah, he let him come up. He's out, I think.
Can Araujo find the submission and tap out De Silva here in the first round?
Oh, buddy.
You okay?
Gives a thumbs up to De Silva.
Got his arm trapped in the middle there. Let's see what he's going to do.
Araujo is working hard and De Silva pops the head out.
Looking for the arm, but missed it. Nice transition attempt.
Junior Killer back to his feet, pounds away at the body of Araujo. And now maybe a choke attempt for Junior Killer. Araujo now in trouble. And he's out of it. Both men trying to slap on the chokes here as we close out the first round.
Both guys dangerous on the ground. Beautiful knee to the sternum. Wow, that's good.
Nice elbow, and De Silva gives up his back. Knee into the hamstring area. Uppercut from Araujo. High knee from Junior Killer and an uppercut.
Both these guys showing they're well versed everywhere.
Overhook on the left arm from Junior Killer. Fantastic first round for the welterweight championship. Trying to sit down and get a choke right on the bow. One down, we go to the tap.
Araujo had a tight guillotine, but De Silva's like, yeah, I'm all right. Even with his arm trapped between the legs, hanging out and just working his way, weaseling his way backwards, getting out of that. Bald head might have helped.
It's good to see CFA 12 trending at the moment on Twitter. Thank you, folks. Keep letting us know how you're enjoying the fights and who you think is winning. Who's winning this one? Araujo or De Silva? Use the hashtag CFA12. Great crowd on hand here at the Bank United Center in Coral Gables, Florida, where Pat Miletich gives Valdir Araujo the first round 10-9.
Baby, mouthpiece. You ready? Ready?
Second of 5.
Backing straight up, don't want to do that.
Ground kick from Araujo. Outside leg kick just below the knee of De Silva. And again, that one up on the knee. Fakes the shot there, Araujo. Overhand right was telegraphed, and he's lucky that De Silva didn't time that left counter a little carefully.
Yep.
Jab 2, left hook. Nice 1-2-3 combination from Junior Killer.
Falling away as he threw the hook.
Cracking way to the shins again. Top of the foot landing. That's actually going to hurt Araujo more than it will Junior Killer.
Nice job trying to sneak in that lead uppercut.
Jab 2 again from Junior Killer. Araujo resets. Flicking punt kick there. Won't really call it a front kick because the balls of the foot aren't turned out or pushed out and the toes aren't splayed. It's more of a football-style punt kick. Outside leg kick again, just dropping it below the lead knee. Shoots in for a single, Araujo.
Nice entrance. Good job dumping him.
Choke attempt here from Junior Killer. And Araujo pops the head out.
Yeah, did a good job stepping across with that left leg. Now he's in half guard.
Gets off the left hand to the right eyebrow. Araujo again with the left hand.
Trapping the arm, nice, sneaky.
Inside of half guard, top position, Valdir Araujo. Romario De Silva on his back. Gets the left hand off again, does Araujo.
Elbow, there it is. Nice.
Raking across the cheek of De Silva.
You know, you got to know as a fighter, anytime somebody's posting on your face with their palm, you know what's coming next.
De Silva is locking down that leg, so Araujo can't mount him here.
You know, it's a really good control position. You got your underhook, you can get that forearm across their throat, keep your hips heavy on them. Really tough to get out of there for people.
Still inside of half guard here, Araujo, the midway point of the second round set for 5. First round went the way of Araujo on our unofficial scorecard. We saw De Silva try to lock onto a heel there to no avail. Araujo drops down,
wow.
Pulls guard, looking for a guillotine choke here, does De Silva, and the head popped out again.
Loses position because of it, though. Going for those guillotines.
George Santiago and the corner here of Romario De Silva.
I think De Silva's cut.
Big right hand, curls the knuckles in. Vicious stuff there from Valdir Araujo. And blood just splatters across the canvas.
The sight of blood apparently energizes him.
Elbow. De Silva bleeding all over the place here. Araujo at his violence now.
Araujo moving around him like a buzzsaw, man. He's just floating, surfing on him.
Junior Killer's hurt, nowhere to go. Referee Jorge Ortiz on top of it. How much punishment can De Silva take? Hacking away with those hammer fist strikes, Araujo.
De Silva just not able to get himself out of this bad position. Over and over, taking shots.
Latching on for preservation, Romario De Silva.
He's got a circle, can't sit there, got a circle, do something with it.
Araujo's gonna look to choke him out now.
Let's see if he gets out of this one.
Closes the guard, locks out moisture, seals in freshness. Good night, Irene. Valdir Araujo taps out the Junior Killer.
Both tough guys. Araujo showing that he is a slick fighter on the ground, man. He really picked up the pace there. Big win for MMA Masters also against the Black Zillions, Jim. Here it is. He's kind of letting him set himself up for it. He pops his head out to the outside, and then he knows he can get that arm in guillotine again. Takes it. See how he's got the right leg over the top. Left leg's not committed yet. De Silva moves into position. He's able to lock it up then and stretch him. Well planned out, well thought out.
Jubilation for Valdir Araujo. Did it in style. Cut De Silva open, bled him a little, and then decided to slap on the choke. Two championship bouts in the history books here at RFA. The welterweight strap will be placed around the waist of Valdir Araujo, who came in the favourite with the bookmakers. Nick Kalikas had him at minus 180. The comeback on De Silva plus 140. We got plenty more action coming up, folks, after this one. It's going to be the featherweight championship on the line. Fallon Fox takes on Ashley Evans-Smith for the featherweight title of CFA. That's going to be interesting. Okay, Joe Sakuro to enter this one into the history books.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight ends with a tap out due to a guillotine at 4 minutes and 9 seconds of round number 2. Your winner and new CFA welterweight world champion, Valdir
Araujo improves his record of 14-4 and the championship strap around his waist. Well, folks, every Friday night Inside MMA is your source for everything going down in the world of mixed martial arts. Breaking news, the best highlights, and exclusive access to your favorite fighters. Catch all the action at 9 p.m. Eastern right here on Access TV, your home for MMA.
Up next, Fallon Fox and Ashley Evans-Smith throw down in the featherweight tournament final. Championship Fighting Alliance 12 on Access TV. We'll be right back.
Evans connecting on a flurry.
When I think of Ashley Evans-Smith, I think of decent wrestling.
Now she's getting her hooks in, at least got one hook in, correct?
She really tends to not extend in her striking. That's where I'm really gonna take it to her on her feet.
Fox to the knees, and that's it. Fallon Fox.
She's probably going to be very strong. I'm going to be smart and calculated. I'm going to use my range. I'm going to keep her on the outside.
I don't really think that she understands the different level of fighter that she is compared to me.
I don't think the world really knows who she's up against. You know, they haven't had a chance to look at me as a fighter. And I think after this fight, they'll really start, you know, looking at me instead of so much of her.
I'm going to give her everything that I have. I'm just going to be my all. I'm going to put my heart, soul, technique, everything I've learned. I'm just going to pour it into this fight.
Fallon, You said that I was not going to be the one to take you out, but I am. And I think a lot of people know it, and everyone's going to see it tonight.
You're not ready. You're not ready to face me, and it's game time. Let's go. It's been a long time since the beginning of this tournament, maybe like 9 months or so. It's going to be, I don't know, the culmination of a lot of hard work and effort. To have that belt strapped around my waist, it's just going to be amazing, and it's going to be a great feeling.
You know, I could be cliche and say it means the world to me, but it means the world to me. It's everything. I want people to know that I'm a much better fighter than Fallon, and I'm ready for the next level. And I think people are going to find that out tonight.
Indeed, there's been a lot of talk about it, and now we are finally about to see it. The Featherweight Championship on the line as Ashley Evans-Smith takes on Fallon Fox.
Here we go, South Florida. It's time to crown a new champion. It's time for the final of the women's featherweight tournament. It's time to give away $20,000. Our next fight is for the CFA Female Featherweight World Championship title. Making her way to the cage, please welcome Ashley Evans-Smith.
Ashley Evans-Smith, a three-time amateur champion. Can she now get a pro championship bout? Coached by Adam Lynn, who Access TV fans will be familiar from his fights up at MFC in Canada. She comes in off the win over Tori Adams last time out. A four-time women's All-American wrestler at Menlo College, Ashley Evans-Smith.
Got decent striking. Her striking has improved, and I'm sure it's improved. Training with Adam Lynn, also a very tough guy. I'm sure he's pushed her a lot in training. She's going to need good striking, and she's going to need good takedown defense. Use her wrestling experience to shut down Fallon Fox's takedowns, because Fallon Fox is very good on the ground.
Ashley Evans-Smith, will she be the one to derail Fallon Fox?
And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's bring her opponent to the cage. Please welcome Fallon Fox.
Transgender fighter Fallon Fox struts her way to the cage yet again here at CFA. Undefeated 3-0, comes off a choke over Alana Jones last time out, where she put her shin across the throat and tapped out Jones. Before that, the knee knockout of Erica Newsom was insanely aggressive, and the TKO against Alicia Halsper. Let's take a closer look here at Fallon Fox.
As we said, Fallon Fox is very good on the ground, but she shows that she had some good striking against Alana Jones and good power there, just throwing her down, pushing her down basically. But Alana Jones did give her a little bit of problems with movement and hit her quite a bit. So we'll see if she's improved her striking.
The tail of the tape for our championship matchup, 1-0 versus 3-0. Fallon Fox is 11 years the older, 2 inches the shorter. She has the reach in the arms that gives up a ½ inch in legs to Ashley Evans-Smith. Our experts fight gauge. Striking even. Fallon Fox has it on the ground. Speed is even. Fallon Fox has it over Ashley Evans-Smith in the strength and in the endurance. Fallon Fox, a purple belt in BJJ, also a wrestling and Muay Thai background, has been a machine so far. Will her success continue?
Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. This fight is scheduled for 5 rounds for the CFA Female Featherweight World Championship title and $20,000. 2 undefeated fighters. That's all about to change. And now, introducing fighting out of the blue corner. She's undefeated with 1 victory, standing 5 feet 8 inches tall, weighing in at 145 pounds even, representing Subfighter MMA. She fights out of Santa Ana, California, by way of Ukiah, California. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Ashley Evans-Smith. And now her opponent on my right, fighting out of the red corner. She's also undefeated with 3 victories. She stands 5 feet 6 inches tall. She weighed in at 144.5 pounds, representing Midwest Training Center and fighting out of Schaumburg, Illinois, presenting Fallon, Queen of Swords, Fox.
Mixed reaction from the crowd here at the announcement
Your
of Fallon
referee
Fox.
is James Waring.
Good luck to both of you guys fighting. Step back.
James Waring, the final
over there?
instructions. Ashley Evans-Smith, the underdog, at plus 425. Fallon Fox at minus 675. The final of the Women's Featherweight Championship here at CFA 12. Michael Chiavello, Pat Miletich with you. Outside leg kick from Fallon Fox early on. Look for the right hand of Ashley Evans-Smith. She locks onto a single leg of Fallon. Gets Fallon on her back, drills some ground and pound. Side control, cuts the hip in.
Fallon Fox missed a flying armbar, and that's why she was on her back for sure. She might have thought she was going there anyway and went for that submission. Paid the price, though. Now she's got a wrestler in cross sides on her.
Solid start from Ashley Evans-Smith.
Ashley staying tight, keeping position right now.
Smith used to wrestle on the boys' team at Ukiah High. Fallon back to her feet in a high knee. Right hand from Ashley Evans-Smith.
Oh, is she going to get her over? Yeah, wrestler shutting her down. Woo.
Ashley with the back. Ashley Evans-Smith riding the back of Fallon Fox will look to put the hooks in. She's got one hook in, and the crowd is rallying for Ashley Evans-Smith.
Ashley's been here before. She wrestled her whole life.
The crowd's going bananas. They are thumping the rafters.
She's got to take a deep breath, though, here. Keep her composure. Don't waste a ton of grip and forearm strength by fighting for a choke that's not there.
Miami is behind Ashley Evans-Smith tonight.
Oh, nice figure 4 on the body. Squeeze the rib cage a little bit.
A position Fallon Fox is not used to being in. She's been so dominant so far in her 3-0 career. Here she takes some strike as Evans-Smith is still riding her back.
Fallon Fox keeping a hold of that hand.
Evans-Smith trying to yank that right hand free.
It's really a pain in the butt to try and get your hands free with those gloves on when they grip on top of that. It's really tough to get it out of there unless you can just yank.
And now Fallon Fox finds a way back to her feet. Great start to the fight, though, for Ashley Evans-Smith. Comes forward again, looking for that right hand and finds it to the orbital. Backs up Fallon Fox 3 paces, and again with the right. Now goes to Fallon's body, clips her again on the orbital. Front kick to the midsection. Fallon Fox is backed up in the crowd.
My goodness, she is flurrying on it.
Here comes Evans-Smith. Fallon Fox with a high knee. Evans-Smith in trouble. Here comes Fallon Fox jerking it out. Ashley's almost done.
Gotta fight out of there. Gotta fight out of there.
She runs away from Fallon Fox. That knee hurts Ashley Evans-Smith. She's on rubber legs again. Ashley's gonna tie her up. Gotta get her back to the ground.
Ashley's got to get her wits about her, and actually getting grabbed by Fox here might give her a chance to take a breath.
A chance to recover as she eats another knee.
She paid the price with that bad posture. When she was coming across the ring, she was bent over quite a bit. And not keeping her head up out of the way. She paid the price with the knees.
Ashley Evans-Smith giving Fallon Fox the test of her career so far. Fox with a takedown, and now she has Ashley's back.
Ashley good at coming right back up. Nice work. She's reaching over high to turn into her. You got to cut the arm between herself and Fallon Fox. Get that elbow in tight.
Fox corking up the outside left thigh of Ashley Evans-Smith. 1 minute 20 remains. First round set for 5.
Round very close right now.
The strength there of Fallon Fox, but immediately Smith back up onto her feet.
You know, last fight, Fallon Fox gassed a little bit. Let's see what happens with this one, buddy. She's She's had to work very hard in this first round.
Ashley Evans-Smith turns back into her and puts Fallon Fox against the cage. That audience reaction again. Elbow from Ashley Evans-Smith.
Girl's got a lot of heart. She took some hard knees.
No doubt who the crowd's behind here at the Bank United Center in Miami. They're all chanting for Ashley Evans-Smith as she throws a wicked elbow.
Followed by a punch, and then right back in, tying her up. I think Ashley knows her name now after taking those knees.
Fallon Fox taking some deep breaths. Catches the kicking leg, looks for a takedown. Ashley jukes out with the right hand, double forearm guard. Latches onto a single.
Oh, omoplata rolled right into it. That was slick.
Beautiful work from Fallon Fox with a shoulder lock here. Final 10 seconds of the opening round. Both women have gone for subs. Both have landed some crazy strikes. What an action-packed opening to this championship fight.
Good job, good job.
Great first round. Holy cow. Girls are getting after it. Ashley Evans-Smith doing a good job getting the takedown on her, getting out of that flying armbar. Fox missed on it, taking her back and working the face crank here. Great job of controlling her and then coming in, throwing punches, flurrying on her, and ended up getting herself in trouble. Maybe got a little too carried away, and here comes the knee. Boom. That posture is why she paid the price. Got to be careful with that, bending at the waist and bending your head down. Good heart coming back though, hitting the takedown. Fallon Fox rolling into an omoplata. Beautiful transition there. Nice stuff going on.
Fallon Fox in the hardest fight of her career so far, here at the Bank United Center in Miami. 10-9 Ashley Evans-Smith, says Pat Miletich after one. Use the hashtag CFA12. Let us know how you're scoring it. Who are you supporting in this one? Ashley Evans-Smith comes forward, faking level changes, switches to southpaw stance, now back to orthodox.
Through that kick, got to get that leg back right away.
A glancing right hand again from Evans-Smith.
Step into that jab, I'd like to see her step. There, good flurry.
Inside leg kick to maybe set up the right cross here for Ashley. Outside leg kick from Fallon Fox. Fallon catches a kicking leg. Can she sweep up the support? No. She'll look to throw knees in the clinch here, and Ashley puts her against the cage.
Not able to muscle Ashley down. She's only grabbing a hold of that leg with one arm and figuring she can just push on her chest.
Elbow! Ashley Evans-Smith gets that right elbow off nicely.
Yeah, she stuck her good with that. Would like to see her follow her down the cage and land more. Oh.
Muay Thai clinch and a knee, looks for the uppercut.
Inside trap, beautiful.
And gets Fallon Fox on her back. Inside the closed guard of Fox, inside the opening minute of the second round.
You got to be very careful in Fallon Fox's guard. She's slick on the ground. She's shown it already.
Will Ashley Evans-Smith be the one to derail the hype of Fallon Fox?
She extends those arms and leaves them in there. Got to be careful.
We saw in the opening round how quickly Fallon can transition when she locked on a beautiful omoplata. Up kicks here from Fallon, trying to plow through with the right hand. Evans-Smith, that hair really annoying Ashley Evans-Smith. The corner should have done a better job of tying her hair into an effective ponytail.
Yeah, it was pretty loosely tied up.
Ashley wants a way to get back on the inside and land the ground and pound. Wriggling and worming on the canvas here, Fallon Fox. Can Ashley catch her here?
Oh!
She does! She does! Fallon was momentarily knees buckled as Ashley caught her. A sweet 1-2.
Rolled her through, headlock. That shows wrestling experience there.
Ashley Evans-Smith in half guard.
Beautiful job by her, flurrying on her, hurting Fox. And then rolling through on that headlock. Slick stuff. I'm having a blast, Michael.
We are seeing the fight of the night so far here at CFA 12.
Got that lockdown on her leg. Ashley Evans-Smith really not in a hurry to move anywhere. Winning this round where she's at.
An intelligent fight so far from Ashley Evans-Smith. Only comes in here with a 1-0 pro record and has shown no respect for Fallon Fox whatsoever.
Not at all. She's putting the muscle on her right now, holding her down. Like to see her land a couple shots, otherwise ref's just going to stand them up. Fallon Fox is probably hoping for that.
Ashley trying to pass. Can she get that leg out?
Look at how she's holding that, got her glove in there. Creating extra friction, pushing on that leg.
Evan Smith came in the overwhelming underdog.
Wraps her arm.
Gets the left hand going here. Fallon Fox grimacing. Side control now for Ashley Evan Smith.
I don't think Fallon Fox honestly expected a fight like this. I really do not.
Recovered well from those knees she took in the first round, Ashley Evan Smith. She's winning the second round here on my scorecard, on yours too, Pat.
Yes, sir. Without a doubt.
Cuts that hip in again.
Look at how she's driving through that arm and pushing it up with her hips.
1 minute 10 remains. Second round of 5 in our championship fight.
See how she drives through that arm, takes that forearm out of play.
Fallon Fox in her 3-fight pro career has never been in a situation like this. Evan Smith again, working that left hand. She got a couple of knees off the right leg too. There's another one to the midsection of Fallon Fox.
Nice knees, those add up. You got to tighten up your body to take those. You don't breathe correctly.
Listen to this crowd once again, cheering every time Ashley lands a strike. There is no love here in Miami for Fallon Fox.
See how she posted with her right hand to stop Fox from putting her back in the guard. Kept her arm in the way.
North-south position now, hammers away to the side of the carcass. Fallon Fox getting pounded on. Boom with the right hand again, Ashley Evan Smith.
And you got to remember, that's to Fox's right side. That's her liver. Looking at that clock choke, north-south. Oh, and then stepping over. Nice.
Fallon Fox has been melted here in the second round. Ashley Evan Smith doing a number on Fallon Fox.
Land the elbows.
Right hand to the jawline. Right hand to the temple. Is it over? Into the round. A few more seconds. She might have pounded her out. Or is it over? It is over. It is over. Ashley Evan Smith has beaten Fallon Fox. My word, the upset in Miami. Fallon Fox has been derailed, or has she? Maybe not. Maybe the referee's saying the fight's still going. Controversy here.
He said he didn't hear the bell.
We told you there's been problems with referee James Waring in the past, and we got another one here. Referee claiming perhaps he didn't hear the bell. Pandemonium here, cage side in Miami. Just when Ashley thought she had it won, we are going to go into a third round.
We are. Chaos. Got to pay attention when you're in there. I tell you what, she waited for her to get up. That's why you wait until somebody's further away or the ref tells them to back up. She got herself rocked there. And then Ashley Evan Smith rolling through on that headlock and ended up on top. A good 5 seconds after the bell, the referee stepped in to stop it, thinking that the round was still going.
Folks, it is testament to just how loud it is here tonight inside the Bank United Center in favor of Ashley Evan Smith that the referee could not hear the bell in the cage. Fallon Fox in the fight of her life, Pat.
Absolutely. You know, I'd like to be able to hear if they could get the microphone closer to the corner man, what he's telling her.
10-9 both rounds. Fox took an absolute shellacking at the end of the second.
Does the gas tank come into play again, Michael? We'll see.
Ashley Evan Smith, besides those knees she took in the opening round and a few blows early in the second, is fighting a seemingly perfect fight. Adam Lee giving her instructions and she's adhering to them.
I can guarantee you that she has spent the whole time sparring and wrestling with Adam Lynn for this fight. You can tell.
We almost thought she had the victory. Ashley thought she had it. Case of the referee not hearing the bell. The cage doors close and we go into the third. What a fight. Ashley's going to look for that right hand off the bell here. There it is. 1-2 down the center corridor. Rib kick as Fallon shot in for a double leg takedown.
Will she be able to hold her down? Nope. Yeah.
Ashley Evans-Smith.
Fallon Fox working up on the hips to try and suck her back in.
Usually, strength is something Fallon has over her opponents. Seemingly not here so far tonight against Ashley Evans-Smith.
A lot of technique by Ashley Evans-Smith, though, also with her wrestling and ground game. So every time she lets go of her legs, Ashley Evans-Smith is coming up.
Ineffective with those left hands. Fallon Fox. Ashley back to her feet now.
Look at her working on breaking that grip. Fox trying to get her out in the middle and sweep her, take her back down.
Adam Lean calling for Ashley to work the elbows. Reverse elbow from this position.
She's making Fallon Fox work a lot to keep her down. Over and over and over, tugging her back down.
Trying to turn back into her here, Ashley Evans-Smith. To no avail, though. Fallon still has her back standing.
See if Fallon puts the legs in here or something. Goes for a choke.
You got to wonder how Fallon's gas tank is holding up as Ashley now puts her against the cage and knees her.
Yeah, did a good job of hand control there. Kept a hold of the hand until she could turn into it.
Sits her down with a double leg, drives the right hand to Fallon Fox. Ashley Evans-Smith again.
Watch the heel hook here.
Is she in trouble? Fallon Fox trying for the submission.
Flexibility saved her on that one. Proper defense coming right back to the head.
Hammerfist strikes from Ashley Evans-Smith and tags her. Big right hand to the jaw of Fallon Fox.
There she goes. Got to push those legs aside. You don't want to be in Fallon Fox's guard. Good job getting past.
Ashley hacks away a couple of elbows to the midsection from side control here. What a fight so far from Ashley Evans-Smith.
Yeah, Fallon Fox, I don't know how much time she spends on the bottom getting out of trouble. You know, she's pretty strong.
Use your elbows. Use your elbows, Ashley. She's just holding on right now.
Cuts in the hip nicely. Jigs away again with that left hand, Ashley Evans-Smith. Listen to these chants, punt go up again. Ashley, Ashley, Ashley.
Apparently they bet money on her.
And what a bet at minus, or I should say plus 425. Left hands again, Ashley Evans-Smith just dominating Fallon Fox here.
Boy, she's tough from this position, man. She climbs up into those arms, takes the hips out of the equation. You can't bump them off, can't do anything. Fallon not strong enough to push her back down, and now she's mounted.
Mounted again. So much hype, so much talk on Fallon Fox. But at the moment, Ashley Evans-Smith is completely derailing her. Pounding away to the face of Fox. Fox with nowhere to go. Ashley Evans-Smith unloaded. And good night, Irene. She's done it. She's done it. She's done it. Ashley Evans-Smith beats Fallon Fox. Fox has been derailed. Miami goes into ecstasy.
Perfect game plan. Perfect game plan. Perfectly executed. Wow.
My word! You cannot imagine the scenes here at the Bank United Center. The hype train of Fallon Fox has completely gone off the rails.
They're enjoying themselves. They're getting their money's worth, Michael.
Fallon Fox owned by Ashley Evans-Smith. Amazing, amazing scenes here. Mount position for Ashley Evans-Smith. Cue the poundage. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That has kept coming. Look at Fallon. No defense there. Taking clean shots to the face. It was only going to get worse for the transgender fighter. Ashley Evans-Smith, who came in 1-0. Huge underdog.
That was terrible. The whole referee
has derailed Fallon Fox.
Filing a complaint.
Many people said it was unfair to be fighting Fallon Fox. Ashley Evans-Smith showed tonight that Fox is vulnerable. Fox can be exploited. And she is now $20,000 the richer. They are going nuts here for Ashley Evans-Smith. An emotional moment for her. Jazz Sakuro, let's enter it into the history books.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee James Waring has seen enough and put a stop to this fight at 3 minutes and 15 seconds of the third round, officially a technical knockout due to strikes. Your winner and new CFA Female Featherweight World Champion, Ashley Evans-Smith.
In here with Ashley Evans, $20,000 richer. How does it feel?
I don't know what to say. I'm at a loss for words. I really don't know what to say. Thank you to CFA and my coaches and my teammates. And I have like anything but love. Fallon, thank you for the opportunity. She put up a really good fight. Thank you.
How much did you wrestle with Adam Lynn to get ready for this fight?
What was the question? What? Sorry.
How much did you wrestle with Adam Lynn to get ready for this fight?
Thank you so much, Adam, and all my coaches back home. Thank you. I don't know what to say right now. I'm sorry.
All right, you were in trouble. You got to answer this one. You were in trouble with the knees. She had you hurt. Where'd you find the guts to come back?
You have to work hard. It all comes from working hard. If you don't work hard, it's not going to pay off, you know? I just owe it to all my coaches at Subfighter MMA and Innovative Results, all my teammates and all my coaches. You're nothing without your team and without your coaches. Thank you.
Let's go over the finish here, Ashley. Talk us through the finish a little bit. You had her mounted, had her in trouble.
Is that the second or the third round?
That's it.
That's the third. She put up a really good fight, but I could feel her getting tired, you know? And that's all it takes, you know? As soon as you smell that weakness, you know? Like I knew she was weak in the second, and she hits so freaking hard. Like she hits so hard, but everywhere else, all my teammates they beat the crap out of me to prepare me for this fight, and it worked, you know? Right there, I just mounted her and threw punches, I don't know.
All right, Ashley, congratulations. Ashley Evans-Smith, ladies and gentlemen.
Emotional moment indeed for Ashley Evans-Smith. The championship around her waist, $20,000 the richer, and she has derailed the hype of Fallon Fox. Folks, we hope you've been downloading our iPad app, where at the moment you've got 71% in favour of Escudero, 62% in favour of Sam Tao in our main event here at CFA 12. We park our peepers backstage at the Bank United Centre. Sampo is preparing for the Flyweight Championship. He'll come in the favourite, Josh Sampo. And he takes on Sam Tao. That and more still to come here tonight, CFA 12 from Miami.
Coming up, it's co-main event time in Magic City. Luis Palomino and Efren Escudero head to the cage. Championship Fighting Alliance 12 on Access TV. We'll be back in a moment.
Welcome back to beautiful Miami, Florida, where CFA 12 is indeed alive and happening. We just saw Ashley Evans-Smith become the first lady to defeat Fallon Fox and be crowned the featherweight champion. It was the fight of the night. Once again, let's go up to Jazz Sakura.
Here we go live at the Bank United Center in Coral Gables, Florida. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for your co-main event of the evening. Let's bring them out. Please welcome to the cage, Efrain Escudero.
Efrain Escudero makes his way to the cage. A A 5% KO ratio, 60% of wins via submission, has won his last 2 fights, a split decision and a unanimous. This his 4th fight already this year. The back-to-back wins over Marcus Edwards and Zach Sudaika. Before that, he had 4 losses in a row, all of them by decision. Let's take a closer look now at Efren Escudero.
And a lot of Efren Escudero's competition obviously has been world-class. This guy's been in with the best and beat a lot of them. Does have a good gas tank. Used to go in the decision with a lot of these world-class guys, but also very dangerous on the ground, and I think he's going to need it against Luis Palomino, because Palomino can bang standing up.
Escudero is actually good friends with the baboon, Luis Palomino. And interestingly, Escudero also has a criminal justice degree from Grand Canyon University. Good to see Escudero here in the CFA cage.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's bring out his opponent. Please welcome Luis Palomino.
The baboon, Luis Palomino. 52% knockouts, 10% submissions. Has wins over the likes of JC Calvin, who's here tonight, Crazy Horse Bennett, Darren Cruikshank, Jorge Masvidal, Eric Reynolds, and the list goes on. A black belt in jiu-jitsu, was actually a barber before he turned his hand and feet to fighting. The brilliant KO of Robert Washington last time out here at CFA, the loss to Luis Firmino before that. The win over Camel Gansey, James Warfield, Charles Bennett ground out the last 5 for the baboon. And here's the knockout of Washington last time, Pat.
Luis Palomino is a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, but trust me, this guy loves to bang, man. And he hits hard, dude. Scary, scary guy standing up.
Our tale the same for this matchup. Escudero 20-7, 21-8 on Palomino. Palomino 5, or I should say 6 years the older, 1 inch the taller Escudero. He's got 1 inch in the arms, but he gives up a ½ inch in the legs. Our experts fight cage. Striking even, ground game, the baboon. Speed, strength, endurance, there's nothing in it. Don't forget, folks, let us know who you think's going to win this one. Use the hashtag CFA12. CFA12 is currently trending on Twitter, as is Fallon Fox, who just suffered her first ever defeat to Ashley Evans Smith. So make sure you tweet along right now the hashtag CFA12. Baboon in the cage. Let's go up to Jazz Sakura.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This is your co-main event of the night. It is in the CFA lightweight division. And now, introducing, fighting out of our blue corner, his record, 20 wins versus 7 defeats. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall and weighed in at an even 155 pounds. He fights out of Tempe, Arizona, and trains at MMA Lab. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Efrain Hecho en Mexico Escudero. And now his opponent across the cage, on my right, fighting out of the red corner. His record, 21 wins versus 8 defeats. He stands 5 feet 8 inches total and also weighed in at 155 pounds, representing MMA Masters and fighting out of Miami, Florida. He is the former CFA Featherweight World Champion, presenting Luis Baboon. Your referee is Jorge Ortiz.
Okay, guys, we went over the rules. I want you to obey the rules. I want a clean fight. Touch gloves. Good luck.
Jorge Ortiz with the final instructions. The betting odds for this one, thanks to Nick Kalikas, and Kalikas cannot separate them. Both men come in at -120.
Ready?
Michael Chavello, Pat Miletich with you. Escudero and the baboon. Both men in orthodox stance. High gloves here from Efren Escudero. Chin tucked, looking through the brow, which is a wise choice when you're fighting the Baboon, because he can get that right hand off.
Absolutely. This is the biggest fight of Palomino's career. A win over Escudero does wonders for him.
Posturing here at the opening of the first round. This is not a championship match. We are set for 3 in this one. Outside leg kick from Baboon. Once again, folks, use the hashtag CFA12. We are trending #1 on Twitter at the moment. Make sure you follow us at Access TV Fights, and also go to access.tv website.
Escudero has the advantage in the wrestling department. Let's see how long it takes him to use it.
Escudero steering straight down the barrel here, takes an outside leg kick, needs to start checking those because Baboon is very fast off that rear leg. Inside leg kick from Baboon, nice and high on the femoral profunda.
And a lot of velocity on that lead leg.
Palomino with the jab, circling clockwise here into the power hand of Escudero. Now circles counterclockwise.
And Escudero controlling the center of the ring. I know that's where he wants to be.
Escudero hasn't really thrown a true strike yet. Eats one, clinches up, short knee to Baboon, and Baboon just breaks off a glancing left hook.
Good job posting up on the hip and pushing off of Escudero so he couldn't get in deep.
Listen to this, chance of Baboon. Very vocal crowd here tonight at the Bank United Center in Coral Gables, Florida.
Whoa, time.
Oh, and a shot to the John Smalls there for Luis Palomino.
Wanted to catch him with a knee and he pulled back, threw his hips forward and caught the kick to the groin.
I warn you folks, here at Access TV, we do have sadistic directors in the truck. They will no doubt show us the groin strike again here, as they love to do. And here it comes. Thank you, Mike Ricci. And Escudero just cuts the pie up the center with that left leg. And our director, Mike Ricci, says here's one more because he's the saddest of all. There it is. We are back fighting here. Didn't take the Baboon to shake the old fella back into place. High left round kick from him.
Let's go.
Escudero keeping those hands up tight. Knows those kicks come quick.
Let's go. Forward. Pressure. It's like you're going with Joe Riggs.
One crouch from the lab in the blue corner here with Efren Escudero giving him instructions.
Joe Riggs also with him.
He's ducking under the clinch. Follow your knee quick.
Thought about the spinning back kick off the right leg, did Palomino. Escudero, lots of head movement. Changing levels, good inside leg kick. Just to the inside of the knee it was. Good jab from Palomino. Thought about the high knee. Throws Escudero to the canvas. Escudero back to his feet.
Palomino fighting like a madman to get out of there. No part of the wrestling game for him. Doesn't want to be there.
The Baboon looking very relaxed, very loose.
Here's the thing. Escudero stepping heavy on that leg, thinking the kick's going to come to his thigh, but it's coming to the outside. Not the tibia, but the fibula, the small bone that runs along the side of your lower leg. And it breaks real easy from shin bones crushing into it.
Down 2, 3, let's go.
Left-right combination. Baboon just shrugs him off, storms forward, clips him the short left hook to Palomino.
Yeah, nice.
Don't pull back.
Speed in the hands and the legs of Luis Palomino.
Inside leg is there too.
Showing a lot of confidence, Palomino is.
Palomino again, trying to clip Escudero with the left.
I tell you what, his legs came out from underneath him a little bit there. Escudero clipped him with that left from a very short distance, turned it over quick.
Fakes the leg kick, does Escudero. Those hands glued to his forehead. Baboon sitting the right hand.
55 seconds left, Efren.
Take this round.
Under a minute remaining here in the first round, set for 3, non-title co-main event.
Be quick.
In which we've still got the flyweight championship to come between Sam Tao and Josh Sampo.
Palomino a little more cautious after getting clipped with that left hook.
Good.
Inside leg kick from Escudero. And again Escudero. Baboon looks for a counter left. Spinning hook kick there from Baboon.
Good way to disguise it. Throw the hook.
Been very loose, good with his footwork. Solid striking, some nice counter-attacks from the baboon Luis Palomino here in the first round. Look at that counter left hand there from Baboon. Off the kick of Escudero. Goes to the body with the right, backs him up. Escudero misses with a head kick. 1 round down. Once again, folks, just checking out the Twitter trends at the moment. We're top 3. CFA trending number 1, Fallon Fox trending number 2, Ashley Evans Smith trending number 3.
I want you to throw your favorite 2, feints 2, and then just do it. You're leaning away, that's why it's catching you a little bit. We lost that round. Okay, they're going to get it to when Miami's really close. You landed 2 instead of none, and you won. You got to come out. There you go.
"10-9 Palomino," says Pat Milicic after the first round. Good round for the Baboon to start this one against his friend Efren Escudero.
Ready? Ready?
Referee Ortiz gets us underway.
See if these guys pick the pace up this round.
Favorite 2.
Escudero's got to get a move on with his striking. He's certainly posturing a lot, moving a lot, but not necessarily throwing a lot, Escudero.
Yeah, Escudero's controlling the ring, staying in the center, walking Palomino down, but just not pulling the trigger.
Fakes the jab, outside leg kick from Baboon. Just managed to turn his head in time to avoid the full contact of that right cross. The corner calls for a stiff jab, and Baboon responds. A little bit of a shuffle there. Escudero edging forward once again. He's got to strike first, though, and he allows Baboon to get off the strike to the inside thigh. What do you think the reason is here, Pat, for so much posturing from Escudero and not coming forward and really committing with his strike so far?
Well, as you mentioned before this fight, these guys know each other well. They're actually friends. They respect each other, probably like each other, but that's not why they're not hitting each other. It's because they respect each other's dangerous fighting abilities is why they're not laying into each other.
Nice jab from Palomino, threads it between the double forearms, and again pumping that lead hand.
And as I mentioned, big fight for Palomino, biggest fight of his career, and Escudero coming to CFA from the UFC and other organizations that he's been in a lot of big fights, does not want to lose in this organization.
Big right hand again from Palomino, backs off Escudero. Escudero once again on the front foot, but a very frustrating fight if you're an Escudero fan because he's just not stepping forward with his strikes.
Right, and every time he tries to get a takedown, Palomino goes into a shake, starts jumping all over the place, wiggling like a worm, and gets out of it.
Escudero on the inside, and Palomino nicely circles off to his right. Escudero, that little inside leg kick, just to the top of the knee. Palomino circling clockwise now, meaning he's going into the power hand of Escudero, but Escudero not able to cut him off and drill that right cross.
Escudero launched him across the ring, had his right arm, or his left arm across Palomino's neck, and I think was trying to knee tap on the bottom side. Just didn't touch the leg in time, but launched him with that left arm, pushed him across the ring with it.
Again, Escudero looks like he's coming forward, but just keeps that right hand cocked. Now he pulls the trigger, and it works for him. High left round from Palomino, but the Baboon couldn't connect.
Ability to pull the trigger, though, by Palomino was pretty impressive from any position.
Baboon has looked sharp so far. 1 minute 45 remains, second of 3. We had Palomino taking the first. switch up for a stance there for Escudero. Didn't throw the round kick again. A lot of posing and posturing from Escudero, but not really throwing. He hits a solid jab from Baboon.
Escudero touched the body nice also right before that with the takedown, then came over the top with the right.
Let's go. Keep pushing the pace forward.
Escudero pouring a little with his lead hand.
Let's do it.
Got to pull the trigger again on that right. Set for a side kick here. No, back to his orthodox stance.
Just doing that posturing to keep him honest.
So you have Baboon ahead here so far in the second round, Pat?
I don't. I actually don't. I have Escudero up right now. Just being more aggressive. Attempting takedowns. Initiating the aggressiveness.
Let's see if either man tries to go kleptomaniac here and steal the round with 45 seconds on the clock. Nice double left hand from Escudero. That's more like it from him. Big outside leg kick from Baboon.
Yep, hitting that outside of that lower leg again. You can see the red marks across it.
Jab from Baboon, putting some points down now, Luis Palomino. Escudero from Tempe, Arizona. Palomino from right here in Miami. Glancing right hand from Escudero. Overhand right from Baboon.
He's missed everything.
Single leg from Escudero. Baboon sprawls out, back to his feet. Single leg again from Escudero. Baboon sprawls again.
Good hips, man. Good hips.
1 round remaining in our co-main event. Escudero Palomino. Make sure you tweet us the hashtag CFA12. Who is winning this one, folks? Going into the third, you tell us. Hashtag CFA12. Still to come here tonight, the flyweight championship on the line. Sam Tao takes on Josh Sampo. And our percentages on our iPad app at the moment have Sam Tao ahead 63% over Josh Sampo. Crowd vote, even though Sampo with the bookmakers will come in the favourite. Third and final round. Both men touch gloves.
Good job. You ready? You ready? Time.
Even fight after 2 has Pat Miletich, giving the second round to Escudero, who opens up with an inside thigh kick.
Forcing the fight a little bit on Palomino.
Don't forget, folks, once again, hashtag CFA12 and also vote on the winner at access.tv as Palomino takes another shot to the groin.
You still hit him in the groin.
Second groin strike to Baboon.
All right, one more. Next time I'm taking a point away. No mistake.
And yes, our directors are going to show it to us again because that's what they like to do.
Escudero simply just trying to catch him backing out with a knee in the face. And his foot's catching him each time.
Yep. Baboon is okay to go on here. 4 minutes 15 remain. Third and final round. An even fight after 2. Escudero glancing right hand. Nicely done with speed. And again from Escudero.
See how quick Palomino can switch those feet.
High left round kick from Baboon. Okay, Patty, if you're playing super coach, first of all, what are you telling Palomino to do?
You know what, use more feints and fakes. He does a pretty good job of it, though. A little more active. And I'm telling him, Escudero, when he throws a jab, always leans hard to the right to avoid the punches coming back. Parry that jab, throw that left leg to the head, and that'll stop him from leaning that way. Then he'll center his head up for your punches coming back.
And Escudero on the front foot here. Palomino with a jab. Oh, head kick. And Escudero just got out of the way of that shin. Double leg here from Escudero seeking a takedown.
Escudero needs this takedown. Not having a whole lot of luck standing up with Palomino. Tough guy to figure out.
Chambers the knee in and hits the CPM, the common peroneal nerve. It's about a 4-finger width above the knee of Palomino.
Nice job by Escudero. Getting up that body. He's looking to trap that arm, that right arm. But Palomino's got his elbow on the ground there. Look at him reaching through. Yep, trying to grab it. There it is.
We head towards the halfway mark of this third and final round. Close guard now from Baboon, Luis Palomino.
Palomino got to get himself out of here. Get up and use his striking.
Baboon just closing that guard to contain the posturing here of Escudero. Locking down the hands of Escudero. He manages to get the elbow free. Now the left hand free, but Baboon locks around it again.
Escudero posting on the biceps of Palomino, controlling those arms and keeping inside control. Now Palomino snagging that wrist.
With just under 2 minutes remaining, it is still anyone's fight for the taking here, Pat.
It really is. Very close fight. Could go either way here. Palomino got to get that right arm posted up. Escudero not letting him have it.
The team from MMA Masters in the corner of Palomino giving him instructions.
Sneaky little elbows, posting, slicing them through there.
Will we stay on the ground for the next 80 seconds or so, or will they find a way back to their feet? Not at the moment. Palomino closes that guard again. Escudero managed to get off one left hand.
Yeah, they're not coming back up if Escudero has his way.
Okay, stop.
Referee, Escudero was...
You ready?
Wow, that was interesting.
He just got talked into standing him up by the corner man of Palomino.
Some poor refereeing there from Jorge Ortiz.
Holy cow.
Escudero thrusts out a double jab.
Palomino got to get after it here. Needs something big.
Can the Baboon bring it home? Body shot from him. Glancing left hand backs off Escudero. Left hand again, didn't turn the knuckles in. Escudero goes to the body. Spinning hook kick from Baboon was quick.
Don't want to get hit with one of those.
Jab 2 from Baboon, high knee Escudero. Not effective. Overhand right from Baboon. A striking contest in the final seconds of the final round. Body shot from Baboon. Single leg Escudero gets into the canvas.
Nice job.
And this is how the fight will end. We will go to the judges here.
Time.
How have you got it, folks? Let us know now. Hashtag CFA12, Palomino or Escudero. Folks, plenty of action coming into your home for Mixed Martial Arts Access TV. We are busy. Next week, we're in Nashville for Night of Champions 3. Scott Hot Sauce Holtzman defends his championship. Then we're in Des Moines, Iowa. Resurrection Fighting Alliance number 10, October 25th. It's going to be an extra special night for Pat Miletich. We'll tell you more very soon. And then we return to Las Vegas, November 1, Lion Fight 12, where Malapat Sasaprapa fights for a world championship against Spain's Fabio Pinca. And then Legacy Fighting Championship once again in Houston, Texas, November 15. Palomino or Escudero? Who wins this one? What a night so far. CFA 12 has been... Pat says Escudero takes it by a single point. On a night of upsets, in which earlier on we saw Ashley Evans-Smith pound out Fallon Fox. Big upset, fight of the night, no doubt. They are both trending at the moment on Twitter, Ashley Evans-Smith and Fallon Fox. A lot of people just became instant fans of Ashley Evans-Smith.
the judges have it here. Striking of Palomino or the wrestling of Escudero and a little bit of ground and pound.
Okay, let's go up to Judge Sakura.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for your winner. Judge Alicio Rodriguez, Hector Gomez, and John Rupert all see the fight the same way, 29-28 for your winner by unanimous decision. Efraín, hecho en México, Escudero.
Efrain Escudero takes the decision here and improves his record to 21-7.
I love you, Maya.
Up next, the main event is live. Sam Tao and Josh Sampo go to war for the flyweight strap. Championship Fighting Alliance 12 on Access TV will be back in a flash.
When I hear the name Sam Tao, I think of a tough striker. He's like top 20 in the world, but I think his weakness is definitely on the ground.
I'm expecting him to stand up with me, test me a little bit, but I'm sure that once he feels my powers, he's going to want to take it to the ground.
I'm going to put the pressure on him from bell to bell. I'm going to stay in his face. I'm going to stay on point with him, and I'm going to hit him as much as I can. I'm going to try and fill his face full of uppercuts. I'll take the win however it presents itself to me, so I'm not biased in any way.
I have a bit of an unorthodox style. I can throw knees and elbows and spinning back kicks and back fists from any angle. So, Josh Sampo, I'm coming for that title and I'm bringing it home.
Sam, you better be ready for the pressure because soon you're going to crack.
Tags him with the right hand!
I feel that I'm not fighting for the same title that I beat Alexis Villa for. I'm fighting for a completely new title. It's kind of like a benchmark. You know what I mean? It's like that next step that I've taken. I've beat everybody at this level. Now it's ready for me to move on to the next.
I'm Hmong, spelled H-M-O-N-G. That's my nationality. They were huge in the Vietnam War, helping the CIA through the jungles. So for this fight, I'm going to be representing, you know what I'm saying, the whole nation. So anybody Hmong, you know what I'm saying, out there watching, I'm from Boston, Wisconsin. I'm Hmong Tall, representing, so I'm not going to let nobody down. Nhớ dùng biết chồng Hmong, của xã 200 mét để biết to, cha tao xe, bây giờ tôi nên like lâu. Us Hmong people that just raise their hands up, keep their heads up high, and just stand strong like steel.
It is time for our main event here at Championship Fighting Alliance 12 from the Bank United Center in Coral Gables, Florida, as Sam Tao is about to face Josh Sampo for the flyweight strap. Let's go up to Judge Sakura.
CFA 12 Night of Champions, it is time for your main event of the night. And it is for the CFA Flyweight World Championship title. Let's bring him out. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the cage, Sam Tao.
Sam Tao about to make his way to the CFA cage. Won his last 4 fights on the trot, a 57% KO ratio, but has never won via submission. Has only fought 3 times since 2010, the Ruthless one, and this is his 4th title fight. Look out for the spinning back kick on Sam Tao. Confident coming in here tonight, but a quiet confidence on Sam Tao, who had a 6-week camp in preparation for this one. He says he's going to counter and wait for Sampo to give away his strategy and then capitalize. He thinks Sampo's going to try and take him down, and he's been working on his takedown defense, Tao. Biggest moment of Sam Tao's career.
Absolutely huge fight for him. Going for the title against Sampo. Got to be able to wrestle defensively and offensively against Sampo and be able to scramble out of bad positions to use his great striking.
4 wins coming in tonight: Williams, Brown, Schultz, and Chrysler. Lots of emotion for Sam Tao and the team from Rising Sun MMA.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's bring out the champion. Please welcome Josh Sample.
The Gremlin Josh Sampo, a 56% submission ratio. Interestingly here, Tao has never had a sub victory. Sampo has never had a knockout victory.
And the percentage of wins by KO for Tao and the percentage of wins by submission by Sampo are almost identical.
The last 5 fights coming in for Sampo, a hat-trick of wins. He is the only man to finish Alexis the Exorcist via a guillotine choked him back in January. Beat Antonio Banuelos at Legacy Fighting by decision and beat Carson Gainey by Kimura. The first title defense tonight for the current champion. Just earned his master's degree in education. Sampo, who grew up in Las Vegas, moved to St. Louis in 2005. A purple belt in jiu-jitsu. A man whose fighting style is described as controlled tenacity. The title of the tape for our main event. 7-1 versus 9-2. 2 years the older is Tao. 2 inches the taller. He's got 3 inches in the arms, 2 inches in the legs. Our experts fight gauge for our main event. Striking even, ground game, Sampo. Speed even, strength and endurance only slightly go the way of the champ. Main event of CFA 12, use the hashtag CFA 12. Let us know who you think can win. Let us know your thoughts on tonight's card. Currently trending on Twitter, hashtag CFA 12. Up to Joe Sakura.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is it. The Championship Fighting Alliance presents this championship fight as your main event of the night. It is under the auspices of the Florida State Boxing Commission. And now, live from the Bank United Center in beautiful Coral Gables, Florida, ladies and gentlemen, it's about to go down for everybody in the building and those that are watching live on Access TV. Somebody make some noise! Your main event is scheduled for 5 rounds for the CFA Flyweight World Championship title. And now, introducing fighting out of the blue corner, his record, 7 wins, 1 defeat. He stands 5 feet 6 inches tall and weighed in at 124 1/2 pounds. He fights for Rising Sun MMA and out of the city of Wausau, Wisconsin, introducing your challenger, Ruthless Sam Tao. And now across the cage, fighting out of the red corner, 9 victories, 2 defeats. He stands 5 feet 4 inches tall. He weighed in at 124 3/4 pounds. Representing St. Charles MMA and Vagi Jiu-Jitsu. Fighting out of Alamo, Nevada by way of St. Charles, Missouri. He is the reigning, undisputed CFA Flyweight World Champion. Presenting Josh the Gremlin Sample. Your referee is James Warren.
Okay, guys, we're going all the rules. Good luck. Step back.
James Waring, our referee. The closing odds for this one, thanks to Nick Kalikas. Follow him on Twitter at Fight Odds. Josh Sampo, the champ, at -305. The comeback on Sam Tao at +225. The cage doors closed. The Flyweight Championship on the line. Michael Chiavello, Pat Miletich with you live on Access TV.
Sampo has no desire to touch gloves with Tao.
Plenty of movement early on here from Sam Tao.
Even though Sampo has a lot of victories by submission, he does hit hard.
Spinning hook kick from Sam Tao.
Hit on the calf, heel didn't make contact.
Tao will use a lot of the cage, constantly on the move, never a stagnant target. And he puts in a jab. Fakes the jab. Does Sampo. Outside leg kick from Sampo.
I love watching 125-pounders fight at this level. The reaction time is incredible.
Jab again from Tao. Plenty of energy here in the first round for the challenger. Jump up knee from Tao. Spinning back kick looking for the liver of Sampo.
Yep. Sampo just trying to figure him out.
Left hook right there from Tao. Uchirogiri to the midsection again from Tao. Axe kick! Channeling is in that Andy hug.
That was sweet kick, it connected.
You don't see the axe kicks too often in mixed martial arts. Nicely done from Tao. Gets backed up now by a right hand.
Tao gets up against the cage, uses his feet, uses some fakes, and then darts out of there.
Jab from Tao. Circles off counterclockwise. High left Mwashigiri.
Tao is being lazy with his jab, though. He's dropping it after he throws it. Watch for that right hand coming over the top from Sampo.
57% KO ratio from Sam Tao. Counter right hand, Sampo. High left round from him. Both men trade jabs. It was Tao who drew the short straw. Switches to southpaw, side on stance now. And back to orthodox.
Get off first, Sam. Get off.
Here the corner of Tao saying he's got to get off first with his strikes.
Get off first.
Uppercut misses the target, so does the hooking punch from Tao.
Tried to connect with it as Tao was bouncing off the cage. Nice timing on it, though.
Jab out of southpaw stance for Tao. Slams the round kick, back leg being the left leg now to the liver. Right hand down the tube from Sampo.
Lateral, lateral.
Slow on the turnaround there. Can't make that mistake, Sam Tao. And he gets taken down. Sampo inside the guard of Tao.
Just powered him down. Left arm high, right arm low. Ran him over his own leg.
Pummel out of that with the left arm. Pummel out. Pummel out. Breathe.
Close guard here for Sam Tao. Under 2 minutes remains. First round of 5 for the flyweight championship. The champion in top position.
Sampo likes the fight here. No spinning techniques from your back.
Nice right hand from Sampo.
Wow.
Tao explosive. Sampo back inside the gun, and Tao teeing off with the left hand and the elbows.
Very good from the bottom with strikes.
Going to work on that right here of Sampo. Trying to punch his ear off here, Sam Tao. Busy from his back, Sam Tao.
Sampo saying, this isn't fun either.
And Sampo moves to half guard now. 1 minute 10 remains, first round. Good stuff so far from Sam Tao.
Sampo preferably needs to get to cross sides or even mount. Maybe just stay cross sides. Drop some elbows and wear this guy out.
Sam Tao, a member of the Hmong people from Laos. A people renowned for helping the American CIA during Vietnam. Says he's fighting tonight in the name of the Hmong people.
Long history between the Laotians and other countries of warfare in that region.
This is what Tao expected, to be down on the ground with Sampo. Sampo had an extensive 10-week training camp in preparation for defending his championship here tonight. And if you know Josh Sampo, you know that his favorite submission is the rear naked choke.
There you go.
A little late in the round to get that.
End of the round. Sampo actually did reveal to us yesterday he pinched a nerve in the right of his neck in week 8 of his training camp from repeated wrestling, the head spiking into the mat. Says he's okay now, but you've got to wonder that if he gets put on his head tonight, that might play a part.
As Michael said, little Andy hug. Oh, there was the spin kick, calf catching him. Then he goes to the Andy hug route, eventually throwing the axe kick,
For those
dropping
of you
it
not sure,
right on him.
Andy Hug, one of the great K1 champions who passed away from leukemia.
Look at how he posts up and then throws those nice little shots there. Hard right hands. Andy Hug was a great fighter, Michael.
Smallest K1 champion in history, a man who was so small and couldn't really box because he came from a Kyokushin background. They told him, you're too small for K1, you can't box, you'll never amount to anything. A couple of years later, Andy Hug was the K1 World Grand Prix champion and the most famous fighter in, well, certainly Japan and all of Asia. Indeed in Switzerland as well, where his fights actually outrated Martina Hingis's tennis matches during the day when Martina Hingis was the #1 tennis player in the world. Here we go, second round of action. Look out for the spinning back kicks of Sam Tao, specialty of his. Right hand to the jaw. There's the spinning hook kick from Tao.
He's quick with it, man.
And another one from Tao, but he telegraphed it, and Sampo timed it well.
Now he's in cross sides. That's where he wants to be, going north-south here. Wasn't able to finish, wanted to go for that choke. Or step back over to mount. That wasn't there either. Tao trying to bench press him off.
Champion in top position, uses the elbows now. Pat, if you're Sam Tao, what are you doing now?
Well, he's got to get that left arm. You know, he's draping it over the top of Sampo's head. That's not giving him any positioning. He's just kind of hanging on, and that's allowing Sampo to go to where he's going.
Sampo. Amethyst strikes. Back onto his back goes Sam Tao.
Sampo doing a good job of controlling the wrist that time. Had a 2-on-1 and was grinding on it.
Sampo in half guard, that leg locked down by Sam Tao. Now Sam Tao opens it up and closes back down on that leg. We saw Sampo inside control a few moments ago.
Sam Tao doing a pretty good job from the bottom so far, surviving, but how worn out does he get with Sampo putting the muscle on him like this?
Takes the back now. He'll look to flatten out the challenger and does indeed. Josh Sampo in control. Can he choke out Sam Tao and retain the championship?
Plenty of time here. Plenty of time here. Fight that, Sam. Fight it. Fight it.
The corner of Sam Tao saying fight it. Defend at all costs. And Sampo is patient. A few kicks from the heel to the midsection. He's got just under 3 minutes to try and find the submission.
Taking his time. It's not easy with those gloves. Those gloves are pretty big. He's tightening it up, though.
Take your time.
Hooks are in here for the champ.
Soften him up with punches. Little punches.
You hear the corner saying soften him up with punches.
You put him belly down, too.
Just reaching the halfway mark of the second round. All the time here for the champ, Sampo.
Sampo's corner being smart, telling him, belly this guy down, flatten him out, and start punching.
Get that arm out. Get that arm out. There.
Kicks again.
Trying to trap the arm. See him bring his leg up there, trying to hook that arm. That's one less hand to fight your hands.
Trap his arm. Trap his arm.
Body triangle now from the champion, Sampo.
Stuff that arm. Stuff that arm. Stuff arm trap.
2 minutes now. It's a medal of survival here for Tao. Referee Waring keeping a close eye on it.
Not able to get it across the neck.
Trap that top arm. Stuff it.
Telling him to stuff that arm again, trap it with his leg.
And Tao is surviving. 90 seconds now remains here in the second round.
Keep your chin down, shoulders up. Go gable grip. Gable grip.
They're telling him to switch up to a gable grip, just go away from the hand behind the head. Doesn't have it deep enough though.
Slow him down. Turn it over. Put him on his stomach. Elbow. Get back. Soften him up. Scoot up. Scoot up. Left arm can switch to arm triangle. Left arm can switch to arm triangle.
Still the hooks in here for the champion, Sampo. Under a minute now remains here in the second.
Let him fall. Let him fall. Let him fall to the right. Go for
I wonder if Sampo's thinking about that arm.
head nod. Butterfly this side. Butterfly this side. Go head nod.
Inside the close guard now, and Tao looks to posture up and work the ground. Oh, spinning back kick on the ground, and again.
Oh, heel right to the quad.
3 in a row to the quad and hamstring of the right leg of Sampo. Great stuff here from Sam Tao. Uppercut from Tao. Eats a right hook from Sampo. Sampo with the overhand right. Overhand right from Tao, nowhere near the target.
Tao going to drop that chin a little bit lower and keep the hands a little higher. Nice job by Sampo staying glued to him there.
Back elbow from Tao. What a scrap. Our main event here at CFL 12 as James Waring sends him to the corner. James Waring in his own right, a long and decorated fight career. You look through his record past as a pro boxer, he fought so many people. At his last fight back in 1997, a loss to Alex Stewart. Also fought mixed martial arts 3 times, including a fight against Henzo Gracie back in 1995. He lost to Henzo via Ezekiel choke. Fought kickboxing against the great Peter Orts in 1997. And amateur kickboxing against, guess this one, Vitaly Klitschko. Professional record of 18 wins and 4 losses. James Waring, our referee.
Been around a little bit.
Okay, let's go.
Seconds out. Let's go. Let's go. Get out, guys.
Several
Get out,
people
get
not
out,
aware
get
the
out.
Klitschko brothers were both kickboxers before they got into boxing, and very good at that. 10-9, 1 round apiece after 2, says Pat Milicic. Nice right hand from Tao, timed it well. There's the jab from Sampo. Skip up front kick from Sam Tao.
Unpredictable fight. Fighting a guy like this, it's just you're not quite sure what's going to come. You're going to be very careful. Pay attention the whole time. One thing can catch you and you're out.
Don't forget, folks, who do you think will win this fight? Use the hashtag CFA12, also access.tv. Let us know on Twitter who thinks going to win the main event, Tao or Sampo. We've been trending all night. Hashtag CFA12. On a night of 4 championships here at the Bank United Centre. And the fight of the night, no doubt, was the derailing of Fallon Fox earlier by Ashley Evans-Smith. If you missed it, slap yourself with a wet fish. Catch a replay on Access TV. Catch us online in our post-fight wrap because it was amazing.
Yes, it was. It's worth watching.
Beautiful liver kick there from Sam Tao. High left round from Sampo.
He likes that southpaw stance. They're landing those liver kicks.
Sampo shoots in, didn't quite have the distance in, now gets a takedown.
Step over that leg.
You hear the corner of Sampo saying step over the leg, and he does. Goes to half guard.
It's like playing PlayStation when you've got a fighter that's listening to you. Tell him what to do, he does it.
Turn away from him.
You're winning the video game.
Spin out from him.
Mount!
That was nice, very quick.
Top position now for the champion. First title defense here for Josh Sampo.
Tao trying to trap that arm and roll him through, not going to happen.
Turn again. Turn again. Half guard. Turn again. Push that knee down.
Can Sampo find the finish here in the third round?
Put your right hand
right back into it.
Sam Tao could be in trouble.
Nice. Let him squeeze. Put your hand right here. You're doing great.
Good, you're good.
Nice shot.
He's getting tired.
Nice shot. Sam, comb your hair with it. Comb your hair. Put your right hand by your ear.
In the corner here, coaching Sam Tao.
No problem.
Just keep your head there and pound away at the ribs. He lost it though.
And they congratulate their charge for getting out of the submission attempt. Still mount position here for the champ, and Tao gives up his back again. Flattens him out now to Sampo.
You can't let him roll unless he's going to stay in mount. Don't stay on his back and roll with his back on the mat.
Back onto his back goes Tao, trying to control the posture and lock down those arms of the champion to prevent that ground and pound.
Push his knee through too. Watch it, he's going to be trapped.
Long time to be mounted by Josh Sampo, the gremlin.
Turn away. Get your legs on the mat. Get your legs this way. Sam, use your back. Walk in the cage over here.
Maintains the mount position. Elbows from Tao.
Circle this way.
Corner's telling him to walk in circle, but his legs are grapevine. He's got to get his leg flat to the ground. At least one of them. When you do that, see how he's bending his legs, you can grapevine their legs and take them away from him again. You're not going to get free like that.
130, no problem.
Corner cooling the time here for Sam Tao.
Elbow, Sam, come on.
Actually been a while between drinks for Tao. Hasn't fought since October of last year. October 6th to be exact, so about a year and a week since his last one at King of the Cage.
You need to be telling him what to do with his legs. You got to pay attention. It's like riding a motorcycle. What do you do with your feet on the gears and the brakes while you're working the throttle and front brake with your hands?
Sampo putting that forearm across the throat and then launching the right hand in the ground and pound. It's a long mount here from the champion, Pat.
And he's not inflicting a ton of damage here. You got a squirmer underneath him. Hard to get dialed in.
Yanks out the right arm. Measures it again. Some head movement there, saving Sam Tao. Second round was much about survival for Tao. Third round has proven the same. Elbows now from Sampo.
Surviving mounted for almost, what was it, 2.5 minutes?
Hammer bangs, final 10 seconds of this round. A long mount for Josh Sampo. He'll take the round. Tao's team had to figure out some strategy.
It's called stop a takedown, brother.
Ladies, I am pull him into it. Push his chin down, drop it. Push his chin down, drop it. Because you gotta get in there again.
The last two rounds are yours. These last 2 rounds are yours.
When he turns southpaw,
Stay out of his range and be in your range.
Okay, we are ready to go. Our championship fight. Pat Miletich has it 2 rounds to 1 in favor of Josh Sampo. Tao's got to find that pepper, got to find that snap he had in the first round.
Yes, he does. Got to land some strikes, do some damage while you're on your feet. Make it count.
Sampo in southpaw stance. Now back to orthodox. Check there from Sampo. Tao circling. Nice catch of the kicking leg from Sampo. Read it well.
The risk of kicking against a wrestler.
Cuts in the hip, side control for Sampo. Not where Tao wanted to be this early. Inside the opening, what was it, about 25 seconds of this penultimate round.
Yeah, and I think this is where Sampo needs to stay. Don't go to the mount. Stay here. Obviously get that right arm free. And get to work with the elbows here.
Right knee up, right knee up, right knee up, right knee up, right knee up. Shipping, that's it. Do it again, do it again.
Trying to get him to go knee on belly so he can drop some bombs on him.
Right knee up.
I think staying low and staying cross-eyed is the place to be.
Cuts the hip in again here, does the champion in control. Tao's got to figure out a way here to get back to his feet.
His arm's in the wrong position. You can't turn over with your arm in that position because it's running into your opponent's body.
Bring that right leg back. Shrimp out, shrimp.
A 6-week camp in preparation for this one, Sam Tao, who's never had a submission victory, and he gets mounted again, and quite easily by the champ. Slips out the back door. Tao back to his feet, and here he comes. And Sampo looks to put him on his back again, picks him up, gets him down. Didn't last long.
Tao committed fully on an elbow and missed it, and that's what Sampo was able to get in on, get that takedown.
A brief revival on the feet by Sam Tao, shut down by the champion Sampo. When we asked Sampo yesterday about his game plan, he was quite blunt about it. He said, I want to fill his face with punches and just punch him in the face repeatedly. It's about as basic as it gets.
Yes, it does. Primal.
Indeed, he launches up with that right hand there, breaking this closed guard of Sam Tao.
I think both these guys have to be frustrated right now. Neither one able to get a whole lot going, no matter what.
Interestingly, in Sampo's mindset for this one, he said he's fighting for a completely new belt tonight, not a title defense. He hung the old belt up in his gym and never looked at it. He doesn't care about the old belt. As far as he's concerned, he's going for a brand new championship. That's just the way he's set his mind for this one, Pat. That's how he's focused and gotten into the zone for this defense.
I think that's an important mindset. Every time you defend a belt, you can lose it. Forget about the one you've already got. Put it under the bed. Go for a new one.
How many belts you got sitting around at home?
A few. In the giant Tupperware in the basement. My wife wouldn't let me put them up.
A few weeks' time, Pat Miletich about to receive a very special honor when we head to his home state of Iowa at RFA in Des Moines. It'll be a very special night and a big fight card coming up there. As we see here, the champion Josh Sampo trying to posture up and get that right hand free. Close guard here from Tao.
Love to see James Waring stand him up today.
James Waring, you can't deny his background in fighting. He's done it all. Certainly been some questions about his refereeing skills in mixed martial arts. And the mount again for Sampo, mount in fourth, mount in third, mount in second. And there's the old palm heel. We were talking about that, Pat, in the drive over here to the arena tonight.
Yes, we
Wanted
were.
to see more palm heel strikes in mixed martial arts.
A guy that was great at it actually is Matt Hume. When it was legal to do to the back of the head, he'd do it to the back of your head. It hurt.
Bas Rutten was also another one who used the palm heel quite effectively.
He
Full
smashed
mount here.
people with it.
Yeah, he did. Destroyed people. Good old palm heel, good old shuto strike, knife ridge hand strike. We'd like to see that as well. Armbar maybe here for Sampo. No, takes the back. Flattens him out, final seconds. Sampo will take this round. He's mounted Tao 3 rounds in a row. Tao is going to need some serious coaching now. Okay, you know what, Pat? Let's play Super Coach with you. If you're in the corner of Tao, what are you telling him to do?
You know, get a low stance and come out and just unload. Don't overcommit too much, though, because you know where Sampo's going. He's coming in on your legs, but Tao's not reacting to takedowns. He's not getting his hips in. He's not creating the collision to slow Sampo down, and he's not sprawling. Tao doing a good job to get out of there, pushing on that arm and coming out the back door at least, and coming out and trying to explode, throw some punches, score some points. Threw that one elbow, missed it. Sampo got in on him. You know where Sampo's going. Wants the takedown. And then throwing a few slaps to the temples. They don't feel good.
Fifth and final round. Don't forget, folks, let us know who you think is winning. Hashtag CFA12. Currently trending on Twitter as it has been most all night. 3 rounds to 1, says Pat Miletich after 4, in favor of the defending champion, Josh Sampo. Sampo rushes quick out of his corner. Southpaw starts to open here for Tao.
Maybe looking for that liver kick again, or going to the head. As it be open.
Sampo forces him against the cage, throws a high knee.
Tao staying against the cage, shouldn't do that. Let me get out of there, there you go.
Front kick that sort of turned into a round kick there from Tao. There's the shot to the liver you're talking about, Pat, off the left leg, and he sticks out the jab.
Don't think it's going to win the fight for him, though.
Uppercut. They called for it, and he throws a towel. And again, Sampo wants him down, doubles up the legs, and gets him down.
Yep, just not reacting to the shots. Running backwards does not stop a takedown, my friend.
Sampo has mounted Zhao in the second, third, and fourth rounds. Can he do it again here in the fifth?
With 4 minutes left, I'd put money on it.
Champion in control. It'll take a knockout or submission, we feel, for Tao to win this fight. And he puts the champ inside the full guard.
Good hustle to get back to there.
Looking to pass here, Sampo. Back to his feet, the champ. Up kicks from Tao.
Raining heels.
Inside the guard he goes, and Tao closes it.
Neither of these guys making the judges work a whole lot to figure out how to score this either. Nice change up by Sampo going the other direction. Get past the guard.
Inside a half guard, Sampo, under 3 minutes remains. Fifth and final round of our championship main event here. And yes, Pat, you'd win that money. There's the mount again from Sampo. 4 rounds in a row he's mounted the challenger.
Would like to have gotten odds from Kalikas on that.
The odds from Kalikas going into this one were plus 225 Tao, minus 305 the champ Sampo. Tao now back to his feet. There's those spinning back kicks to the hamstring area again, and Sampo back to his feet.
Tao a little tired. You can tell he's fatigued from dealing with Sampo on top of him. Punches aren't real crisp right now.
Nice outside leg kick from Tao. And he launches a good leg kick sweep. Tao getting inventive. Left the leg out there. Double leg now from Sampo. Gives up on it. Tao stays on his feet. Big elbow!
And Tao sprawled once.
Sampo takes him down. He had the chance there, Pat, with that big elbow.
Yeah, you hurt him a little bit. Got him back on his heels. Then gives up the takedown. Bread and butter stuff for Sampo here. Quite comfortable.
Mounts him again. Dominance here from Josh Sampo on the ground. Continually mounting Sam Tao. About a minute remaining. Is he going to try and choke out Tao?
You know, credit to Tao, though, for not taking a whole lot of punishment from the mount in these different positions. He's got pretty good defense as far as that. Positioning he's having problems with, but surviving the strikes, doing a good job.
Belly down and punch. There you go, look for it. Keep softening up.
Body triangle from the champion.
Go for it, man, go for it. 30 seconds.
Left hand's coming here from Sampo. Body triangle locked on tight, not going anywhere, Sam Tao. Tao, one last desperate attempt to turn the tide. Tremendous warrior, Sam Tao. Listen to him screaming here. He fights to the very end. And great sportsmanship there between these two athletes.
Frustrated Sampo, man. Very frustrated. Nice job. Sampo avoided the first sweep there and laughed at him a little bit, said good job, and then came back after him. Tao actually stopping the takedown there. Lost it that time. Listen to Tao.
It has gone down to the judges in our main event. There should be no doubt that Sampo will retain the title. 49-46 Sampo on Pat Miletic's scorecard. What a night it's been here at CFA 12. 4 championship fights have gone down. The fight of the night, no doubt, was the upset Ashley Evans-Smith over Fallon Fox. Lots still to come here on Access TV. Next week we're in Nashville, XFC 26. The week after, RFA in Des Moines, Iowa. And then Lion Fight Muay Thai November 1 in Las Vegas. And Legacy Fighting Championship back in Houston, November 15. Okay, let's go up to Judge Sakura now with our decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 championship rounds of fighting, we go to your judges' scorecards for your winner. Judges John Rupert, Hector Gomez, and Elicio Rodriguez all score the fight 49-46 for your winner. And still, the CFA Flyweight World Champion, Josh the Gremlin Sampo.
Josh Sampo, 10-2, retains the strap. He's now with Pat Miletich.
All right, Josh. Seemed like you had a little bit of problem in there with him, getting him in one place to be able to finish him, hit him. He wasn't doing a great job of staying out of bad positions, but doing a great job of surviving.
He did an amazing job. My hat's off to him. Everybody, let's give him a round of applause, please. He hasn't fought in like 2 years, and he came and he brought it. For 5 hard effing rounds, he brought it to me, and I appreciate the effort, man. I'm very honored to be able to fight you. Thank you.
Tell me a little bit about his unorthodox style. Was that giving you a little problems, worrying you a little bit standing up?
I mean, I've seen unorthodox, but it's like he was throwing stuff that I wasn't seeing coming. It was more than just unorthodox. It was it's a unique skill that I'm gonna have to go back and review the tape and see how I can break that back down.
Did you not feel comfortable at all standing up with him? Is that why you started going to the takedowns exclusively and getting it back to the ground?
Dude, if you're not comfortable somewhere, why stay there? You know what I'm saying? So wrestling's kind of taught me that if I'm not comfortable in position, work my butt off to get to a better position. So.
All right, Josh, great fight, sir. Congratulations.
Hold on. I want everybody that's at the Sigma household back in St. Charles, Missouri. Thank you guys. You guys are amazing. I want to say thank you to Kerry Cox and ACB. You guys are in St. Charles watching me. I appreciate everything that you do. And then everybody at the Tilted Kilt, St. Charles. You guys are amazing people, my teammates, everybody. Alptech and Oskalich, I know you're watching, buddy. You and Matt Ricehouse have built me to what I am, and I really, really appreciate it.
Josh Sampo retains the championship, takes his record to 10-2. After Tao started strongly, Sampo dominated the rest of the fight. Still more to come. We'll recap the entire night at CFA 12 when we return. Welcome back to the Bank United Center here in Coral Gables, Florida. CFA number 12 is in the history books, and what a night it was. Michael Chiavello, Pat Miletich with you. Pat, 4 championship bouts on tonight's card. From top to tail, this was just an epic night of action here in Miami. But the standout had to have been a woman with a 1-0 record, Ashley Evans-Smith, who most people had never heard of, became the first person to derail the hype train that was Fallon Fox, pounding her out.
It was pretty amazing. She got herself in a lot of trouble, got hurt with those knees, showed a ton of heart, came back, and put it on Fallon Fox.
Let's recap the entire night here at CFA 12. We began with Torrance Taylor taking on Yodsena Cedino. Taylor a record of 13-7-1. Cedino just too crisp with his counterattacks, too crisp with his groundwork and his ground and pound. And he took the victory. Welterweight title up for grabs. Romario da Silva took on Valdir Araujo. Fantastic fight between these two, a real back and forth contest, but Araujo got the submission. After this, the fight of the night. Ashley Evans-Smith 1-0, Fallon Fox 3-0, featherweight championship on the line and $20,000. Evans-Smith, the perfect game plan, executed it beautifully, pounded out Fallon Fox. Next one up in the lightweight division, Efrain Escudero, 20-7, took on his friend Luis Baboon Palomino, 21-8. Close contest back and forth this one, and Escudero getting the nod from the judges. Main event, Sam Tao versus Josh Sampo. First round, Sam Tao, house on fire. But second, third, fourth, fifth, Sampo mounted him every single round. And eventually, the champion retained the flyweight strap. Again, Pat, great night it's been. Let's go back to that fight of the night. Fallon Fox versus Ashley Evans-Smith. Evans-Smith, judging from the reaction on Twitter tonight, made a lot of fans, won over a lot of hearts tonight in a very emotional performance. And really, she was spot on the money, figured out the game plan that no one else had in the past of how to defeat Fallon Fox.
Pivotal, I think, Adam Lynn being her trainer, wrestling with her intensely. She said they beat the heck out of her, getting her ready for this fight. She was ready.
Folks, that's a wrap from here at CFA 12. Michael Chavello, Pat Milicic with you. It has been a pleasure. You've been watching Access TV. The executive producer of Access Sports is Daryl Ewald. Our director, Jason Vaughan. Our producer, Mike Ricci. Tape producer, Josh Harper III. Director of Live Operations, Chris Markwell. Production assistant, James McClintock. Technical director, Roberto Rios. Audio tech teams and T.C. Smith. Remote engineering, Lonnie Thomas and Dan Neighbours. Manager of Business Affairs, Adam Swift. CEO of Access Fights, Andrew Simon. For my broadcast partner, Matt Pelicic, I'm Michael Chavello. So long from Miami.